Hello, party people. I open my stream and then I see my desktop and I immediately brain fart. I'm like, what am I doing again? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm playing a video game. I'm playing American Truck Simulator. Dead Paradise says, hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah, indeed. One Skills Wall says horse emoji. This piano is great. I'm not sure what horse emoji means. The piano is pretty sweet. And Dead Paradise says dog emoji. I don't know what that means either. But emojis in chat, it's always a good time. Why is the music so damn loud, bro? Yeah, I like the intro music too. I feel like the intro music, I mean, it's like a different intro music than I had at the beginning, but it's so generic that I feel like it's just nice. It's just nice to have generic intro music. One Skills Wall says mouse emoji. Mouse emoji indeed. Let's drive some fucking trucks, y'all. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's having a beautiful Saturday. I'm trying to go find a truck to buy, bro. Can I visit the dealer? Yes. Oh, shit. We're gonna buy a truck, y'all. We gotta buy a truck for our frickin'... Oh my god, they're so expensive, though. I don't have enough money to buy any trucks, bro. Alright, never mind. Sorry, I traveled to frickin' Fresno for no reason. Daba L2N says truck, bro. Truck indeed. Here we are, just trucking. I don't have a truck to drive. I don't care. Truck, man. Just a boy and his truck. That's it, bro. Let's take this job because it pays me the most. I'm gonna have to drive so many trucks. It's literally gonna be like October by the time I buy a truck in this game. Sockless says morning coffee combos plus intro mad stream equals happy Sunday. Let's fucking go. How do you drink your coffee, bro? Do you drink it black like a real man? No, just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not toxic. I don't drink my coffee black, bro. Are you kidding me? Why would I like willingly punish myself like that? Oh my god, I forgot how to do anything in this game. I just want to change my map. There we go. Yeah, I don't drink my coffee black, bro. I will say, like, I feel like alcohol is something I prefer to drink and alcohol to taste as bad as possible because, like, alcohol... Hold on, I feel like I should adjust my face cam a little bit. Hold on. Pro streamer moves right here. Boom. That's exactly what I'm fucking talking about right there. Dead Paradise says, wow, good morning, it's midnight here. Well, I'm glad. I thought, not to stalk everyone's time zone. Everyone's privacy, I respect. I thought it was like 3 a.m. in the UK right now. But if it's midnight, that changes a lot. Because midnight, I feel like, is not as bad a time to stream as 3 a.m. Because, like, I feel like, we're doing a night stream today. We're trying to hit everyone's time zones. Give everyone a opportunity to watch in their time zone. And also, I feel like the vibes of a night stream. You can't beat the vibes of a night stream, to be honest. I mean, like, I like streaming at noon. It, like, not that I don't enjoy streaming. I do enjoy streaming. Why did I say it like that? Where it's like I'm trying to, like, hide the fact that I actually despise streaming. No, I enjoy streaming, but, like, when I stream at noon, it's like, all right, after I stream, I just do whatever for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? It's like I finished my streaming obligation for the day. When you stream at night, though, it's like vibes of a night stream. It's like the whole day is building up to it. It's like we're having a sleepover. Once again, not to get weird, we're having a sleepover. All Lucid XX says, yes, you are the masshole, LOL. I'm not even sure what that means because I live in New York. But I'm the masshole. I respect it, bro. I mean, I would consider moving to Boston. Oh yeah, we're gonna go on Zillow later today. I was considering where to like look up on Zillow. And now that you've mentioned Massachusetts, I feel like Boston would be a great place to look on Zillow. We all know New York's expensive. It's funny to joke about New York. And I feel like looking at like a cheap place like Cincinnati It's not that interesting on Zillow. It's like, wow, this place is so affordable. Looking at Boston, I feel like we could find some crazy shit in Boston. Dead Parrot says, I love black coffee. And destroying the toilet bowl. Is that what coffee does? It makes you destroy the toilet bowl? Yeah, coffee is like a diuretic or something, right? I'm not sure. I remember when like I was taking... Oh my god, why is my... You know, I got a new HDMI cable, and my screen still keeps going black. So I think something's just fucked up. Something's just fucked up in my life. There's some demonic entity haunting my monitor that's causing it to go black. Anyway, I just remember when I took like the fucking SAT, they were like, don't drink coffee for the first time before the SAT, because you might not... It might cause you to violently shit if you've never drank coffee before. Once you've all says, link the Discord in the description. So true, so true. I'll do that later. You know, like I've been editing the stream to like cut out the intro music, and then I realized that when you do that, it like deletes the chats. Not that like, you know, I'm trying to like... Not that the chats are some important historical archive, and I'm like, damn, I didn't realize that. So I will not be doing that, but I will be adding descriptions to the chat, or descriptions to the chat, chapters to the description, so that people can skip the intro. And I think that's also a good opportunity for me to link the Discord. Oh, red signal offense, I don't care. Fuck the police, coming straight from the underground. That's a great opportunity to link the Discord. Also, yeah, there's a Discord. I've been having a great time chatting in the Discord, getting to know everyone, getting to see everyone's life and hopes and dreams and random memes. So yeah, it's a nice community. Everyone's obviously welcome to join the Discord. I'll link it in the description. I'll probably hop in voice chat for a second after... Not a second. I'll hop in voice chat for a little bit after the stream. So feel free to do that if y'all want, but also... No sweat. I know everyone's very busy with their lives. It's not, you know... It's not like I'm preaching a sermon in the voice chat. We're just bantering. Oh my god, my screen's black as I'm trying to make a turn. Alright, we made the turn. Sockless. Oh, there's some beeping noise. I believe that's my lane assist. Sockless says, I almost only have ice black coffee, lol. What's your go-to coffee order? Ice black coffee is pretty crazy. I like an iced, like, latte. I don't know. I just like an iced, light brown coffee. I'm not a coffee snob. I have no idea what all the coffees mean. I just like my coffee to have a little bit of coffee flavor, but mostly be a nice, fun little drink that also wakes me up if the opportunity, if the day calls for it. But I'm not really much of a coffee drinker, to be honest. Although I think like maybe I should. Like, I don't know, like coffee, it seems to be like a miracle drug, right? I mean, that's why like it's become like so popular in corporate culture. It's because like it like wakes all the employees up to like go to battle in capitalism. And like I don't wake up easily. I'm not like a morning person, so I'm like, shit, dog, maybe I do have to get addicted to this drug so I can be a good functioning cog in the machine. But I haven't done it yet, so who knows. Or maybe I could, I don't know, fucking do some crack cocaine in the morning, who knows. CatSims415. Welcome to stream, CatSims415. I mean, now it's like... I will say, like, okay, I'll read this message first. Pro streamer moves face slightly. That's right. That's a pro streamer move right there. Can you imagine introverted madness from his first stream doing that? Absolutely not. He would have fucking shit his pants. He would have been like, I don't know what to do. Let me play some Disco Elysium. It's so shitty and bad and not fun of a game. I don't know how to move my face. Now we're pro gaming up in here. But anyway, like I was saying like, you know, now everyone I recognize from the Discord. Not that I didn't recognize everyone before, but it's like, you know, before it was like we all gather once a week at the Church of Introverted Madness stream. Once again, obviously, you know, clearly I'm very humble and my ego's in check. The fact that I'm referring to fucking stream as the grand meeting point. But it was like, before it was like, oh, nice to check in with everyone. Now it's like, oh, I recognize everyone, which is nice. I mean, it's nice. It's different. I'm still adjusting to it. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I feel a little awkward with the Discord. Not that it's a bad thing. I don't think it's in a bad way. It's like I feel like I'm like learning how to be social with the community, which is not bad. But also, like, I'm like, once again, very humble guy. Ego not too big. It's like I'm the center of the attention in the Discord. Not really, but you know what I mean. And it's like, it's a little, I don't know. But I still enjoy the Discord, and obviously, like, I'm glad the Discord exists so that everyone, oh my god, I'm driving, I'm swerving. I'm glad the Discord exists so the community y'all can talk to each other and be friends with each other. I'm not trying to, like, fucking monopolize chat and be like, you guys can only fucking talk to each other when I'm fucking streaming on Saturday and you guys are not allowed to talk outside of chat. But, yeah, that's just where I'm at, y'all. Sockless says, Dead Paradise, very relatable. Midnight stream is a vibe. Hopefully it doesn't mess up your sleep schedule. Yes, I also, like, I mean, y'all are grown adults. Y'all can figure out for yourselves. If y'all can't be in chat for a stream and y'all need to sleep and y'all just want to watch the stream later or just not watch the stream, everyone's got to live their lives. I'm just here driving a virtual truck, man. It's not that serious. I could drive off the road right now. Look how not serious it is, bro. Look how not serious anything in this game is. Oh my god, I hit that so hard, bro. Oh my god, I have 59% truck damage from that, bro. But see, that's how unserious this is, We're just vibing. That ambulance drove right past me, bro. He didn't check if I was okay at all. Is my truck fucked up? I can't get out of here now? If I can't start moving, maybe differential lock can help you. Alright. I turned on hacks, and now I can drive. Dead Paradise says my sleep schedule is already messed up, lol. That's okay. I mean, my sleep schedule is fucked. I think I'm fucked in this game. I think I can call a toe. My sleep schedule is fucked up. I stayed up till like fucking 3 a.m. playing Tomy, bro. Is just gonna skip the game for me? That's my bad. I was just trying to show how not serious life is in the game, and then I fucked it up. Anyway, yeah, my sleep schedule was fucked up. I stayed up till 3 a.m. playing Slave Aspire yesterday, but you know what? It was a good time, and sometimes you just gotta fuck up your sleep schedule so you can enjoy your life. That's how it be. Oh wait, I gotta go fix my car somewhere. Once Kizwell says, Introvert Bandits, he means you are the asshole like in your stream title. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, the more you know. The more you know. Listen, sometimes, I mean, I don't know what else to put for the stream thumbnails, you know what I mean? It's like, what am I going to do? I think a meme, it captures the vibe of who I am in life. I'm not the type of guy to be like, oh, here's a thumbnail, here's a truck, I'm gonna drive an American Truck Simulator. I think it makes sense for me to drive real silly like, or no, have a real silly like thumbnail. But yeah, I can understand. I mean, I'm a anti-clickbait guy too, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Dead Paradise says, yes, dunking on Disco Elysium is another introverted madness bingo card thing. So true. I uninstalled Disco Elysium from my computer because I was like, this game is so fucking boring. I can't imagine, like, forcing myself to play, like, another 10 hours of this game. It would literally be like trying to, like, clock in to the Disco Elysium factory to fucking play this stupid, boring-ass game. Which is ironic because, like, that game is, like, about, like, capitalism or something, I think. And, like, the political, like, I don't know, the political liberties of workers and the fucking the fucking, I don't know, autonomy of the workers, of the laborers, mind and body. But fuck, that game actually feels like work. If fucking Disco Elysium's done one thing, at the very least, they fucking captured the suffering that comes from working. Because playing that game really does feel like fucking work. Fuck you, Disco Elysium. I'm saying it right now, I will never play you again on stream, Disco Elysium. Unless it's for a joke. Fuck you, Disco Elysium. One Skills of All says, you should charge each user 10 cents per message in the Discord. No, everyone feel free to chat as much as you want. There will be no monetization of the community. I won't even charge anyone to use the Minecraft server when that gets set up eventually. I mean, obviously I won't. That's fun. It's funny to think about different ways to monetize your community. I mean, like, when I set up a Discord, if it, like, fucking, you know, when you tell it you're setting up a Discord for a community, it tells you, like, oh, here's all the ways you could, like, monetize your community. I'm like, that seems a little fucked up, bro. I'm not here to monetize, like, human connection and understanding and friendship, you know. I'm just here to fucking have a good time, you know what I mean? Not fucking... Plus, how much money I'm gonna fucking make off Discord, bro? I'm gonna make $2 off Discord, and that's gonna be worth it to, like, fucking introduce the specter of capitalism into my Discord? Hell nah, bro. Hell nah. Sockless says, not that I've ever been famous like you, but I can see why you feel that way in the Discord. I mean, yes. Oh my god, once again, this game is a perfect lesson as to why you should not text and drive, because I was reading Sockless's message and I fucking almost died there, but I didn't. First of all, I'm not famous. I'm a nobody. I've truly come to accept that about my YouTube life. Like, I feel like with YouTube, I mean, I've been on YouTube for a few years now. I feel like I've seen it all, man. I've been through the ups, I've been through the downs. And what I realize is that we're all little ants on this earth. I mean, like, even my mom doesn't know who Leonardo DiCaprio is, you know what I mean? And he's Leonardo DiCaprio. So if Leonardo DiCaprio can be, like, unknown to, like, probably, like, you know, a lot of people, then who I am but dust in the wind. As Mr. Frog from the iconic Mr. Frog show sang on the iconic Smiling Friends show. Dust in the wind. We're just dust in the wind. Something like that. But no, I enjoy the Discord. Like, once again, it's nothing against anyone or the community. I hope I don't, you know, I was thinking about not even bringing it up, but I was like, once I hop on stream, the little yap amygdala in my brain is just like, what if you just yapped about everything that, like, you thought about not yapping about when you were planning the stream? But once again, I don't want to make the community feel weird and be like, oh, introverted madness. Our fearless leader doesn't like the Discord. I love the Discord. I'm glad that everyone's talking to each other and having a good time in it. I love fucking talking in the Discord. I mean, to be honest, like I said before, I'm in a weird place socially in my life. I don't talk to fucking anyone. The last week, I haven't fucking talked to anyone except the Discord. You know what I mean? I don't fucking text my friends. I don't fucking text my fucking mom or dad. You know what I mean? The people I'm texting are the Discord. So it's a nice, like, socializing moment for me, too. I love the Discord. I enjoy the Discord. You know, I'm just a human being living my human being life. And I'm not used to being the center of attention. You know what I mean? I'm like some people in college, they're, like, meant to be the main character. If you're, like, for example, like, I don't know, a white person. And then some people like me, we're just destined to be, like, the side character that's introduced for a little 3-episode arc in season 2. And then I move to a different state, aka I'm written out the show, and I'm never heard from again. Anyway, that's enough ranting about that. Can you tell that, like, I got a lot to yap about? I got a lot to yap about, for sure. CatSims415 says, Discord chat has been really fun. I sometimes feel awkward too, though. Talking to people is hard, but Discord are super chill so far. Yeah, I could see why it would feel weird, since he is like our parasocial connector. Yeah. Once again, I enjoy the Discord. I feel awkward too sometimes. I feel like, acknowledging the awkwardness is like a great first step to like battling the awkwardness. Like, one skills of all, when we were on voice chat the other day. Oh yeah, we were on voice chat on Discord. One skills of all, he dropped a sublime meme about how, like, in Key and Peele, like, we were awkwardly being like, no, you go. We're all talking over each other, and then one skills of all was like, yo, you see this hilarious meme from Key and Peele about how Key and Peele were doing the exact same thing, and then fucking Key killed himself over it? I was like, great job, one skills of all. You really defuse that awkwardness really well. So, that's that. I think it's good. I think it's good for everyone needs a parasocial connector. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about fucking musicians. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know fucking Taylor Swift, but I know. But we can all talk about Taylor Swift in the fucking Discord. Taylor Swift is our parasocial connector. You know what I mean? So, it's good. All right, that's enough to talk about the Discord. Dead Parody says, Introvert Madness is our supreme leader. Thank you. That's right. This is all going direct straight to my head. I am for sure going to get a really ginormous ego, fucking start acting like I'm the fucking king of the world after this. There's just no stopping it from now on. It's just over. War Mike says, hi, 2 a.m. streams are so back. Welcome, War Mike, to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope it's good in St. Petersburg. That's right. War Mike was here for the 2 a.m. Disco Elysium streams. I guess his time, 2 a.m. And we're so back. We're so fucking back. We're playing the iconic Truck Simulator. Hope you're doing well, War Mike. Hope college is going well. I'm sure you're very busy with life and everything, but hope everything's good. Hopefully you're up at 2 a.m. by choice and not because you're suffering through some thesis crap. Yes, everyone wants to know how the thesis is. War Mike says, I'm enjoying my first stressless weekend in like a few months. I've written the script for my defense, and now just wait for it. Now you just wait for your defense. It's great to have a stressless weekend. Like, you really need those too, because in a few months, bro. I mean, that's a true warrior. I have like 2 weeks without like a stressless weekend, and I'm like, I can't take this anymore. I think I'm about to fucking, I don't know, like commit a crime if I don't fucking go to the movies right now or something. So you're grinding hard, War Mike. I respect it. I hope the defense goes well. I mean, it's a great place to be where like everything's set up and you're just waiting for it now. So I hope it goes well, man. I hope you're enjoying the weekend, bro. Nothing like the weekend, man. Like, when I was doing YouTube and like working by myself for YouTube, I was like, what if I like, have like this really creative work schedule where like, sometimes I work on the weekend so that like I can have a weekday that's free where like everyone else is at work, and then I can like do shit while everyone else is at work. And then I realized, like, you know what? There's kind of a reason the weekend is the weekend. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just like that the vibes are just right on a Saturday and Sunday. I can't explain it. It's just how it is. Sorry, I don't make the rules. War Mike says, is the Discord actually a thing now? It was a wacky idea thrown in a week ago. Is the thing? It was a real thing. I succumbed to the peer pressure and made a Discord. No, but I think it's been great, and everyone's been very chill and cool in it. And like I said, I could see the community is flourishing in there, and everyone's having a nice time. I honestly feel like the Discord, like, I get to talk to you guys every week. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like I was already getting the benefits of a Discord in YouTube chat. You know what I mean? But it is nice to also like have more opportunities for like to get to know everyone more. But also, like, I feel like a benefit of a Discord is that everyone gets to talk to each other. You know what I mean? Y'all get to talk to each other instead of just fucking talking to me, because sometimes I know I'm just me. I'm just one guy. Everyone has an interesting story and an interesting perspective. I mean, I live in fucking America. You know what I mean? Like, probably a lot of people. We got people from all over the fucking world in the Discord. It's nice to hear everyone's different life and life stories up in there. We did it, guys. We drove. I feel like that wasn't a satisfying drive because I fucked up our fucked up our truck, and then we fucking got teleported like halfway to having the drive completed. So I'm gonna try and do another drive. Or Mike says, I mean, you were there to speedrun. I was there to speedrun. I feel like this is referencing something that I said earlier that I now no longer know what it's about. Maybe we're talking about Disco Elysium, while I was speedrunning Disco Elysium. I feel like I was playing Disco Elysium kind of slowly. I feel like that's the reason why I was starting to hate it, is because it was so fucking slow. I was like, this game fucking sucks. But I might also not be talking about what you're talking about, Warmike. Let me know what you mean. All right, let's take another job, y'all. I'm working hard to afford a truck, man. To afford a virtual truck. No fucking job in real life, but I could fucking grind getting a fucking truck in a fucking video game. Let's fucking go. One Skills of All says, I know a lot of people in my college, and whenever I see people I know next to my friends, they're like, why do you know so many people? I know a lot of people in my college, and whenever I see people I know, you see people you know next to your friends. Oh, I see. They're like, why do you know so many people? Wouldn't the people you know be your friends too? Or do you know a lot of people? I guess you're saying you know a lot of people, but you're not maybe not necessarily friends with them. One Skills of All. That's very interesting. You're just fucking a fucking Chad right here. Fucking people can't keep their hands off you. One Skills of All. They're like, this guy is the coolest guy ever. I must make his acquaintance. But that's good for you. One Skills of All. I mean, I feel like that's a flex, low key. That's a flex, low key. I was bouldering with my friend. I was talking about this last week. I was bouldering with my friend, and then someone came up to me and recognized me in real life, and they were like, are you introverted badness? And I was like, yeah, that's me. And we had a nice little conversation. I actually forgot to get their name, so sorry if you're watching this right now. I should have asked what your name was. But thanks for saying hi to me. I always appreciate when people say hi to me in real life. But I feel like that was, not, once again, not, oh my god. I mean, let's just be honest. I am letting it to my head. I'm egotistical. I'm a fucking god. I'll just say it. There we go. But I feel like it was a subtle flex on my friend to be like, look at how fucking famous I am. People know I'm fucking introvert badness in real life. No, just kidding. But you must feel like a fucking god when people do that. One Skills as well. Or Mike says, I'm still waiting for your videos about year 2 and 3 of your classes at Stanford. I appreciate it. Or Mike, if you want it, I know what you mean. There's like the freshman year. How the fuck do I get out of this fucking position, bro? I fucking drove myself into this fucking corner, and there's no fucking way for me to get out except for driving over this pile of dirt, which I hope doesn't fuck up my car. I know exactly the video you're talking about, War Mike. Maybe one day, man. Maybe one day I'll make a sequel to the freshman year classes video. But I feel like I made, the how I graduated Stanford in 3 years video. I talk about like every single class I took in that video. So I feel like that video is like the spiritual successor to the freshman year classes video. And it basically just does what I would have done in the year 2 and 3 video. It just talks about all my classes that I took year 2 and 3. I feel like year 2 and 3, I mean, let me think right now. If I were to tier list if I were to rank the years, I would say probably year 2 was a rough year. Well, year 1 was a rough year. I forget what classes I took year 2, to be honest. I'd probably rank it year 2 as the best year 3 as second, and then year 1 was pretty bad. I just didn't like the class. The year 1, I just took all these fucking requirements, and it fucking blew. Oh my god. I'm trying to drive. There we go. And I didn't fuck up my truck. Deadberry says, shout out to One Skills of All. That's right. Shout out One Skills of All. Social Master. Everyone's congratulating One Skills of All. Good job, One Skills of All. Once Val says, wait, I think I already made sophomore stories about Stanford, but not junior. Oh, yeah, there's also a Minecraft therapy for sophomore stories about Stanford. I mean, to be honest, like, at this point, there's probably never going to be another Stanford video. Because I'm 28 years old. That shit literally, like, freshman year was 10 years ago. And, like, I don't really have anything new to say about Stanford because I haven't been to Stanford since I graduated. I haven't even visited Stanford since I graduated. So I feel like anything I have to say, it could be better said by like an actual current. How the fuck do I get out of this fucking bullshit, bro? I fucking literally spent probably an hour in game time trying to fucking get out of here, bro. I feel like, you know, it would be better suited for someone currently at Stanford for them to tell people what Stanford is like now. Because, like, you know, my opinion is that the 2010 Stanford fucking sucked. But maybe 2020 Stanford is better. Who knows? I'm sure the baton will be passed to some bright-eyed freshman vlogger who will get super famous and mog my subscribers. So, best of luck to the next generation of Stanford YouTubers. Mike says I was talking about Stan Dort, lol. Oh, speedrun Stanford, I see. I was trying to speedrun Stanford. Yeah, I was trying to speedrun Stanford. I was thinking about that earlier. Not earlier, but, like, I was thinking about it recently. I was like, you know what? That was kind of weird that, like, I just, like, decided to do that and then actually did it. But I feel like that's actually, like, a signal that, like, I actually really did not like Stanford. Because, like, if I, like, only kind of didn't like Stanford, like, I might not have graduated in 3 years. But the fact I actually, like, didn't like Stanford enough to commit to graduating in 3 years and be like, fuck it, I don't even want to be here for another year. Even though, you know, a lot of people would want to attend Stanford for probably 10 years if they could. I'm like, I feel like that's actually data that, like, I actually didn't like my Stanford experience. I'm not just, like, complaining about it. I actually, like, fucking did something about it. You know what I mean? I can't fucking get out of here, bro. Can I back out of here, bro? I don't have enough clearance, dog. Everyone's saying, what's Dead Paradise says, damn, bro, you are famous. Keston says, wait, dude, he is famous. What? That's a flex. I'm not famous. I feel like it's because, like, people might, like, if you run in my circles, especially if you live in New York City, like, there's a chance you saw my New York City video. You know what I mean? And then if you're fucking, like, went to, like, my, like, the places I go, I feel like tend to have people who, like, went to my high school or, like, know about Stanford. You know what I mean? It's just, like, a very, like, fucking, like, specific demographic. Because, like, I'm around that demographic all the time. You know what I mean? I'm not around fucking 45-year-old woman from LA who I'm pretty sure have probably never heard of me. I'm around, like, Asian people who, like, are nerdy. So I feel like if you're an Asian person who's nerdy, you're more likely to know who I am than not. But yeah. Kasten Swerve says, bro, do you even remember what classes you took? That's the thing also, like, I don't even remember what classes I took sophomore year, which is why I ranked it number 1. I'm like, although 110, there were some pretty shitty classes I took sophomore year, actually, now that I think about it. I like CS 110, CS 131. Can I just rank all the years as, like, the worst year? I don't know. Yeah, I do have a hard time remembering what classes I took. I only remember the bad classes, honestly. Like CS 110, 131, 231N, 220, all the AI classes. I just didn't really enjoy many classes at Stanford. Like, the best classes I took, I feel like, were just random classes I took for the fucking requirements, the WAYS requirements, which are just, like, our core requirements. And there was just fucking random bullshit, like South African history and philosophy and bullshit. Once he goes, was Intro's dad Linglong? He was not Linglong. My dad, once again, like I said in the Discord, my dad was very chill. He did not have a big-ass camera. Although I did, actually, now that I think about it, I did lend him my DSLR. So he actually did have a camera, although the lens was not that big. But yeah, my dad also didn't rock, like, it's funny that that meme you sent, the guy was wearing, like, a classic Asian, like, beige jacket. My dad wore a suit to my graduation. He cleaned up nice. I gotta scroll up. Gotta scroll up for chat. You gotta see my home screen so I can scroll up. So I can read AU LucidXX username. Because I saw AU LucidXX messaged, but I didn't see what he said. Sorry for look at these MLG moves. How long have I been trying to fucking get out of here, bro? Probably like 10 minutes at this point. This is riveting entertainment. This is exactly the kind of thing people tune into Introverted Madness stream for. Fucking bullshit. Anyway, AU LucidXX says, can you get me into Stanford? I mean, fucking Darius from a previous stream asked me the same thing. I'll give you the same advice I gave him. Step 1, you got to get really good grades. You got to get really good grades in high school. Step 2, you got to get a really high score on your SAT. Step 3, you got to do some random bullshit for your extracurriculars, like play the piano or like be really good at long jump. Step 4, you got to convince your teachers to give you good recommendations. Step 5, you got to have a good interview if you have an interview. Oh my god, why can't I get out of here, bro? Turn on differential lock. Now I'm fucking stuck here, bro. I can't. But that's the steps, man. There's no secret, I think. Oh, and you gotta write good essays, bro. You gotta tap into the power of J.R. Tolkien and write some banging essays. And if you do that, and the gods smile upon you, you might get into Stanford. Captain Storm 5 says he cannot. I mean, I can't get you into Stanford. I don't have that power with the admissions office. All I can do is give you the advice. And maybe if you follow the advice, you might get into Stanford. Or Mike says, yeah, first year is a rude awakening. My first year I took mathematical analysis advanced level, which is like calculus, but we did proofs for almost every theorem on the way. What the fuck do I do here, bro? I'm getting out very slowly. I'm like kind of getting out of here. What if I just back up? I'm going to back up and pull out. That's what she said. Or that's what he said. Yeah, I had a similar math class my first year. I took Math 51, which is like, yeah, I don't know, fucking advanced calculus. And it fucking sucked. Honestly, I have no idea how I passed that class. Thinking about it again, or maybe I took Math 51. No, I think I took Math 51 my freshman year. I may have taken my sophomore year. Whatever year I took it, like, I was like, I don't know how I passed the final. I don't even know how I passed the final for like CS 107, which I also took my freshman year. Some classes I don't know how I passed it, bro. I just fucking must have fucking slammed shit into my brain before the final and just absorbed it all. How do I do this, bro? Cats and Storm Vibes is American Truck Simulator Escape a Parking Lot. That's right. I actually... Alright, I'm going to try and do some... I'm hitting WASD in so many different ways. Y'all don't even know. I think it's because my trailer is like stuck against that building. Anyway. War Mike says, and we had to do proofs on the midterm, which I got 25% at, and the final, which I aced. That's actually an incredible glow up. I would have been so psychologically defeated after getting 25% on the midterm, but congrats, bro. You didn't give up. That's what it's all about. Dead Paradise says, first year mathematics is such a shock. It is, bro. First year maths. The first class I took at Stanford was Math 21, I believe, which is like the last basic calculus class. And even that, I was like... The reason I took it is because, like, I feel like I didn't understand what that from, like, AP Calculus. And then I took it at Stanford, and I still didn't understand it. And I was like, oh, I think I'm just stupid. and then I just, like, fucking memorized bullshit to, like, pass the final. And I did. But good job, War Mike. That's an incredible glow-up. Good for you. All right, we're going to try to drive around again. I don't know. Once you go to see, but yeah, first year being math analysis is crazy. I never took any like proof classes at Stanford. If I did, I think I might have fucking cried, dude. Dead Paradise says, I hated doing complex analysis. I don't even know what this is. You guys are way smarter than me. I don't know what the hell any of this is. I'm not a math guy. Ormax says, at the same time, I took linear algebra. Linear algebra actually is Math 51. That's what I meant to say. Which was super confusing at first, but fewer proofs, and the exams were easier. And discrete math, which was a pretty easy class with almost no proofs. I actually like proofs, but the last time I did proofs was like... Well, I did proofs for CS 103, I believe, is the class. But I was going to say, the last time I did proofs was freshman year of high school. And that was probably just because the proofs were easy back then. Now that we're talking about all these math classes, it reminds me of a funny story, which is that I walked into my first math class at college, and it was a really crowded lecture hall, and I sat down like in the middle of this row because it was the only seat that was left. So like I was like, excuse me. I like pushed my way past all these people to like sit in the middle of a row. And then like 30 seconds later, I realized it was not the right class I was in. It was not a math class or something. And I was like, oh, I have to like get out of here. I got up and pushed. I said, excuse me, pushed past everyone and fucking walked out. So I think it's funny from the perspective of everyone else in this class. This guy shows up 15 minutes late to lecture, pushes his way into the middle of a row in the middle of the lecture hall, sits down for 30 seconds, and then gets up, pushes his way past everyone, and leaves. Does no explanation. I think that was probably... I was the fucking weirdo for a day in that class. Once Gaval says, discrete math is easy. Thank goodness. I'm taking linear algebra and discrete math next semester. I mean, I think, you just gotta believe it's easy. Like, if you believe it's easy, it might actually be easy. And then if you believe it's hard, it might be hard. How am I not out, bro? I'm like almost out. I'm almost out, bro. Fuck. We did it. We did it. We escaped the clutches of the parking lot. Oh my god. We can start playing the damn game now. That part says, yeah, linear algebra and discrete is comparatively chill. You just gotta I find that like when you look up a class and then you read the Rate My Professor and like you see that like it's a hard class or hard professor, it actually like is like negatively... It's like a psyop. It's like bad for you. You should just believe that every class is easy and every professor is easy and is actually just like better for your mental health. Kasim says, I can't remember. Did you actually take creative writing classes? Oh, I did take creative writing classes. I took first of all, I took some non-creative writing English classes. Those fucking suck. Don't take non-creative writing English classes. Because those classes like just suck the joy out of reading literature, which is like the whole point of literature, is that like it's like subjective and like fun and like entertaining. Non-creative writing English classes are like what if we analyzed books like it was computer scientists? Oh my god, I fucking smacked that thing so hard, bro. I don't care though. Fuck my truck. But yeah, I took like 2 creative writing classes, I think. I took creative nonfiction. They were great, man. And I had the same professor for both of those. He was a very chill guy. I submitted my final writing piece for that class, and I totally forgot to like write like an artist statement. And then he messaged me after the deadline and was like, "Oh, did you forget to upload an artist statement?" And I was like, oh, yeah, I totally forgot. It's right here. Let me just upload it right now. Fucking wrote some bullshit on the spot, submitted it. He was like, good job. A. I was like, nice. Or Mike says, and then I took physics classes, which had even more advanced math than the math classes, especially electricity and magnetism. Got an A in that, though. I fucking hated electricity and magnetism. I fucking hated classical physics. Although, like, my professor for, like, the classical physics class, he was an asshole because every question it was like a trick question. You know how like in physics, like I feel like physics professors love to give trick questions where they're like, actually, you're not supposed to use the formula I just taught you. You're supposed to use the formula that's like I told you about like fucking 5 weeks ago, even though you would assume that the fucking question I'm asking you is to like test you on the thing I'm teaching you in the class right now. You know what I mean? Fucking physics professors. My electricity and magnetism professor was slightly more chill. I didn't enjoy any of my fucking math or physics classes. I was like, get me the fuck out of these fucking required classes. I'm here to take CS classes, and then even the CS classes sucked ass, which were tough. Katsim says, fuck doing proofs. I agree, fuck doing proofs. Although I was also just saying I enjoy proofs, but I mean, I'm not here to do proofs for fun. Yeah, I did take career classes, sort of reading past chat. Warmike says, then probability theory and stats, pretty difficult, but not as much as the classes mentioned before. And a game theory elective. Probability and stats is also, I mean, now I'm just like comparing, I don't know why I've gone down this route, but I'm comparing your classes to my classes in college. We also had a probability and stats class, but it was like specifically tailored for computer science students. I would say that class, I would agree with you, that class was not very difficult because like they just fucking teach you like the fucking Bayesian fucking bullshit, right? You just have to memorize a lot of formulas, but the formulas are not as complex and difficult as the fucking math classes. Game theory is a fun elective, I feel like. I never took any game theory classes. I have seen A Beautiful Mind, though. And I know about The Prisoner's Dilemma. Game theory seems like it's a fun class. Bormax says, ICT, some programming, some computer network, some AI. You got a good smorgasbord of CS classes there, bro. You're ready to be employed. One Seals Well says, I think your truck's bugged. No, bro, we got out of there. Thank you. I'm just catching up to chat right now. Sorry, I'm behind on chat. I've got to catch up. I appreciate the concern, though. Oh, no. I'm fucking up. Scroll. We made it out. Socolus is actual footage of me trying to drive. I've never driven before. That's right. It's tough, bro. Oh, my God. I'm so behind on chat. Sorry. I feel, like, awkward when I'm behind on chat because I feel like I'm, like, talking about something from like 10 minutes ago, and then the chat has like moved on to like a different discussion, and I feel like I'm like, you know, I'm holding you guys back, so I'll try to catch up. Once Well says, Texas is one of the worst places to start driving. I swear to God, I can imagine, because like I know New York is a difficult place to drive, but specifically in Manhattan, just because it's very like stressful in Manhattan, because it's very crowded, everyone's honking at you, people aren't nice. But I feel like outside of Manhattan, New York, if you don't drive on the highway, New York is actually a pretty chill place to drive because there are so many stop signs, there are so many lights, just because, like, you know, it's New York, they're trying to be safe. And the speed limit is literally 25 miles an hour. So it's everyone's driving, like, you can only be so crazy driving 25 miles an hour. I feel like in Texas, though, the people probably just fucking drive crazy at like 80 miles an hour everywhere. So it's fucking tough. Dever says, just going backwards and forwards. And once Gizmo says, me and your mom. Yeah, a lot of jokes. Get all the jokes out. Although, once again, I'm just catching up to chat. I'm glad everyone was entertained, though. CatSims415 says, the first class I took at Stanford was Math 51, and I had a panic attack during the final. That's actually insane. Mad respect, CatSims415, for taking Math 51 as your first class. Even though, like, I think, like, technically I could have taken Math 51 as my first class just because I took AP Calculus in high school. I was too much of a bitch. I was too scared to take Math 51. I was like, you know what, just give me Calculus again. I'm going to take Math 21 because I'm too afraid to take Math 51. And then Math 51 was pretty hard. Like, once again, I actually have no idea how I passed the final for that class. If you asked me to do like a final from Math 51 final right now, I would fail. I would literally probably get a 0%. Although, like, that's probably true of most people. Like, that's another thing. It's like, what is the retention rate on anyone taking Math 51? Like, do people, like, I don't think, I would guess 95% of people would not be able to pass the Math 51 final 10 years after taking Math 51. In which case, it's like, what's the point of this? Like, isn't the point of college to teach me, like, lifelong skills that are practical? What's the point of me learning some bullshit that I'm going to forget 6 months after the class ends? It's crazy. Warren says, by the way, good luck, One Skills of All, with your math classes. That's right. Good luck, One Skills of All. We believe in you. Just believe it's easy. You got it. One skill says, I'm doing Calc 3 homework, which is easy, but the professor is an old lady who assigned 2 projects for a summer calc course and 4 exams. 4 exams, 2 projects and 4 exams is diabolical. My opinion with classes is that if there's like there's a midterm, like your options are a midterm, a final project, and a final exam, and like those are the 3 levers a professor has to pull. They have to choose 2 of those. You can't give like a midterm, a final project, and a final exam. You have to like pick a midterm and a final project, or a midterm and a final. Giving a final project and a final is kind of diabolical. I guess you shouldn't do that either. But like 4 exams and 2 projects seems like overkill. Plus like what kind of project can you even do for calculus? Does she expect you to like make a fucking music video for a fucking calculus concept like you're in fucking high school or something? That's fucking crazy. Cat Sims 45 says, what kind of projects? I guess we'll learn as I scroll down in chat. Hold on. Scrolling. Sakla says, holy, that sounds so stressful. I'm sorry that happened to you during the finals. Yeah, I'm sorry you had a panic attack. That does not sound fun. And you can't even say, like, I'm having... I mean, I guess maybe you could say you're having a panic attack. I feel like they wouldn't be very... Like, I feel like the professors wouldn't be very understanding, which is unfortunate. Casson Form says, yeah, my soul needed to be crushed before I could finish the physics degree. So sad. But hey, it's... Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Here we go. Don't text and drive. We made it, though. And 0 truck damage. Let's fucking go. Those are some MLG moves right there. Don't text and drive. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you, Cat Sims. Hey, at least it's in the past. Sometimes when a traumatic event happens to you like that, you could just remember that at least it's not as bad as that traumatic event. Like, I remember in middle school, for graduation, I had to give a speech to the entire graduation. Like, the entire graduation, I had to give a speech. And I had to practice the speech, too. And my speech had, like, jokes in it. So, the second time I gave my speech, no one laughed at my jokes. Because I already said it. I already said it to them. I already said to all the fucking middle schoolers the first time. And then the fucking teacher had to go up on stage and be like, you have to laugh at the jokes, even though you already read them. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so fucking embarrassed. I think about that all the time. That's my canon event. Sometimes when you have a traumatic event, it builds character. It's good for your character. Although, I'm sorry. I guess it's preferable that would have never happened to you, Cat Sims, but we live and we learn, I guess. How do I turn on my lights in this game? L. There we go. L for lights. War Mike says, I've heard summer classes are faster paced, but projects are grade boosters, right? Once he says, I don't know what they are yet. She won't release instructions for each assignment or unit until it's time. If she asks you to make a music video, you should say, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not doing this. Sometimes you'll get respect from your professor for that. Dead Paradise says, OMG, that's like a scene from a college film. Kessin Storm 5 says, that literally happened to me last quarter. I believe people are talking about the story where I said I walked in and sat down and immediately got up. Kessin Storm 5, I'm sorry that happened to you. I mean, it's good to know that it's good to know that we're not the first and probably not the last people who've had that awkward experience this life. I hopefully people from that place don't remember me. But, yeah. Oh my god, I keep crashing into vehicles. It's not good. I'm not going to be able to make enough profit to fucking buy a new truck. Sometimes embarrassing shit happens in college, and that's just the way it is. One time in college, I fucking set off a fire alarm at 6 a.m. the fucking day before midterms or something, making some bacon, and evacuated like a 10-story building. Like a 10-story building got evacuated because of me. and fucking the fire truck showed up and everything. It was crazy, and all I was trying to do was make some bacon. I think about that all the time. I'm sorry to everyone in that building. I'm not even gonna give more detail because I don't want them to come after me with their pitchforks, because those people actually are probably traumatized from that event. One Skills of All says the projects are, I don't even know what they are. It's 5% of the total score. 5% doesn't even seem like that. Like, that's the percentage you give like a homework. Like, one homework packet should be like 5% in college. I hope she doesn't. She isn't making the project very time intensive too. In which case, honestly, if it's only 5%, sometimes in college when shit is like 5%, I'm like, fuck it, bro. I'm not gonna do it because I got to manage my time, and like 5% is not worth my time. I sometimes I would actually do that calculation and be like, fuck it, bro. I'll take the 5% curve down just to save my time. One Skills says exams are 80% of a total score weighted. Yeah, in which case you might as well not even do the final projects, bro. You might as well just save that time to focus on studying for the exams. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes that shit is not worth your time. Caston Storm 5 says, I went to a computer science class, and there were a bunch of other girls slash non-white Asian people, and I was like, damn, what an inclusive CS department. I was in the wrong class. That's funny. Why? How do I keep crashing into cars? I keep crashing the cars behind me. That's my bad. That's because I keep drifting. I'm a drift king. That is unfortunate. You're like, wow. I can't believe I found the one inclusive CS department. Everyone's got weird piercings. Everyone's dressed like they actually give a damn, and they might be perceived by someone else. They're not just wearing t-shirt and sweatpants. Psych. Kasim says, when I got to the real class, it was 100 people, and I was one of like 3 girls. Damn. That's from the highest to highs and hope to being crushed by sad reality. That sucks, Katsims. Dead Party says, LLCS is a sausage fest. It is. It is. But I mean, like, you know, nursing is not a sausage fest. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's sexism. It is sexism. Obviously, it's sexism. Sexism has a big part to play in like why men and women don't go into certain fields. Sometimes I wonder, you know, are we just like Pokemon? Like some of us are just fire types, and some of us are just water types. Like some of us are just CS types, and some of us are just nursing types. That's like a very sexist way to look at it, though. I don't actually believe that. Like, I believe, like, maybe, like, you know, 95% of it is sexism. Then maybe, like, 5% of it has to do with, like, intrinsically, like, you know, whether you have the CS gene. But I don't think the CS gene is probably not related to whether you're a man or you're a male or female. Just want to be clear. I'm not being sexist. All right. Casson's Professor says, fuck physics professors. That's right. Fuck physics. Fuck you. Fuck you, physics professors. Another op of the Introverted Madness channel. All physics professors, except Catsons 415, I guess, if they get their PhD and decide to become a physics professor. All right. Time to scroll down the chat, y'all. We made it. We made it. Catsons 415 says, off-roading. That's right. We did it. We did it without crashing our truck or getting a penalty. We've gotten more penalties from hitting cars behind us. That's how it is. Once someone else says, that's a scary scene. It is a scary scene if you're referring to me driving off-road. That's why y'all shouldn't text and drive. Dead Paradise says, you have to laugh at our glorious leaders' jokes. Yeah, so true. So true. That's literally what the teacher said. She was like, you have to laugh at his jokes because it'll be awkward if you guys don't. Dead Paradise says, make a mass music video like Timothy Chalamet. Throw back to that Timothy Chalamet video. The funny thing is, I think Timothy Chalamet is like my age-ish. So like when I was attending high school in New York City, he was attending high school in New York City. I feel like we were probably like, I probably have like a Facebook friend who's like friends with Timothy Chalamet before he got famous. You know what I mean? Like if you were to look at if I were to look at Timothy Chalamet's Facebook in high school before he got famous, if he had a Facebook, I bet I could find one friend who had a mutual. I bet we had one mutual friend. No idea who that is, though. Most of us says, oh yes, now my internship is during my calc course's Zoom hours, but fret not, my Zoom background is of me idling. That's so funny. Do they record the lectures? How are you going to actually learn the stuff? Hopefully they record the lectures. Oh my god, my screen's black. There we go. The person says, no, that's crazy. Oh, Casim says, OMG, not the fire alarm. Yeah, everyone's... Okay, now I see. I thought you were saying that's crazy that one skills of all is going to be derelict from his class. Yeah, the fire alarm, it was not good. The sad thing, too, is, like, it wasn't even at Stanford. I was visiting a friend. I was visiting someone at their college, and, like, I set off their dorm's fire alarm, which I feel like was extremely embarrassing for them. Extremely embarrassing for me. It was just a horrible experience. I wouldn't wish that experience on anyone. I don't think anyone knew it was me. That's a lie. One person saw me running out of the kitchenette with a plate of bacon, and I think they knew it was me. But that was a traumatic event. I don't wish that on anyone. One skills well says, dude, that happened at my dorm several times because people cook with smoke and there's an alarm above the kitchen, I think. Yeah, I was cooking bacon. This was when I was a little baby cook and I didn't realize bacon was going to smoke so much. I mean, I still sometimes accidentally set off the smoke alarm. I think smoke alarms, I get why they're so sensitive, but also it's like, I don't know, sometimes when you're cooking, there's smoke. That's just like how it is, you know what I mean? I don't know why it's so fucking sensitive. Plus, I think, I don't know. It was just a tough experience. It was a tough experience. I'm glad I've moved on and live and learn from it. But yeah, now I'm careful with the fucking smoke alarm. Dead Paradise says, I think I would die from embarrassment. Yeah, it was a tough moment for sure. It helped that, like, not everyone knew it was me. Like, I think, like, the people on the floor, some people on the floor knew it was me because they saw me, or, like, the word got around. But, like, I don't think most people knew it was me. But I remember standing in the lobby of the building next door to the building that got evacuated, seeing everyone in their fucking pajamas at fucking 6 a.m. Some people fucking with blankets wrapped around them. They're about to, like, they have to, like, go take a midterm in, like, 3 hours. And I'm like, oh my god, I might have just, like, lowered everyone's midterm grades by fucking up everyone's sleep. I'm so sorry. I have to scroll up, slightly scroll up. Can't miss a single message. One skill says, imagine if the liberal arts building was the same one as CS. Sometimes I think they should do that just to get some cross-pollination, bro. Get everyone out of their fucking comfort zone. And also maybe teach these fucking CS nerds how to talk to a fucking... How to fucking talk to a woman. No offense. No offense to anyone. But I think that was a great joke I just made. Everyone laugh. You're commanded to laugh. One skill says, I will also be doing physics E&M as well. Physics E&M, I feel like, is a great one to knock out during the summer because, like, it's not important at all to the CS degree. You just have to take it for your requirements. You can just take it during the summer and not pay too much attention, just pass, just move on with your life. Or Mike says, medicine in any form, doctor, nurse, paramedic, vet, does take a special type of person. Yeah, you gotta have the fucking... You gotta have a gene of, like, masochism. Because, like, you gotta be taking a lot of, like, bull. Is the stream cut out, y'all? Are we so not back? Are we so dead? We're so back, I think. Alright, I'm gonna catch up to chat slightly. Just so that I don't have to keep scrolling up and down. Imagine if the liberal arts, I believe, Once it was, I would have been in emergency medicine in another world and astronomy. Yeah, bro. I think in another world I would have been a fucking major in creative writing, bro. But we live in this world. Sometimes you gotta get the bag. Do you like, you know? Are you interested in those things? Like, why? Like, you know, once again, you don't have to answer if you don't want. No one has to answer any questions I ask in chat. I say this all the time because I respect everyone's privacy. But, you know, if you would like to volunteer the information, why are you majoring in CS then? Catson survives is Chad quadruple major one skills. That's right. He's a big brain. One of our says astronomy is pretty close to physics, right? You could probably pivot that in grad school. One skill says I wish, and they do record lectures, so I'll just look at it after it's posted. Good for you. Yeah, astronomy. Like, what is majoring in astronomy? Like, you memorize all the constellations, and that's what you major in? Dead Power says terrorizing other universities. Yeah, that's actually me. Introvert Madness, you're hilarious. Thank you. Thank you for laughing at my jokes. I'm actually a fucking menace. I'm a menace. Yeah. Cat says supervises OMG, that's somehow even worse. It wasn't your school. I know. I was just a fucking menace to that school. I was just a heat-seeking missile sent there to fuck up everyone's sleep on the day of midterms. That's actually a good plan. Actually, I think if your class has a curve, and maybe like a plan is like you pull the fire alarm, or you accidentally set off a fire alarm and you go to sleep early, and then you set it off at like 5 a.m. and fuck up everyone's sleep. Once Gillo says, my mom's planning on moving to Cali and hoping I come along once I graduate. That's interesting. California's pretty nice. I mean, like I said, they got In-N-Out. Shout out In-N-Out. I'll defend In-N-Out and mention In-N-Out till the day I die. I love In-N-Out. In-N-Out's literally, it's literally a top 3 reason I would want to move back to California. And the people are nice. The weather's good. I would recommend it. One Skills of All if you're seriously considering it. Dead Press says, "OMG, I'm cracking up from this story." Yeah, it was a bad time. It was not a good time. I'm sorry to everyone at that college. I messed up your sleep. One Skills of All says, "I'm not a physics major, but I applied for astronomy and astrophysics at almost every university except the one I go to now." Oh, I gotta go out this exit. Everyone, back up on the highway. Back up on the highway. Extremely dangerous. I feel like it's crazy sometimes that they make you declare your major and like apply for a major before you go to the university. Like, it makes sense in some contexts. Like, if you're applying to fashion school, like, yeah, you should declare that you're gonna major in fashion and not like physics. You know what I mean? But if you're just going to like a normal university with like a lot of degree options, I feel like they should just let you switch and be chill about it, because like fucking 18-year-olds, I mean, when you apply to college, you're like 16 or 17. Fucking 16 and 17-year-olds don't fucking know what the fuck they want to major in. Yeah, give them some time to see what it's like and taste the smorgasbord of classes in college so they can learn what they want to do. Dead Paradise says, I'm imagining Intro Mad with his pan of bacon looking sheepish. That's actually the way I looked. It was me. So, like, I was cooking the bacon, and then I hear this incredibly loud, piercing, shrieking noise from, like, all around me, like, surrounding me, like I'm in a fucking prison of sound or something. It's like the fucking, like, what is it? Like fucking, what is it, Bird Box, where all the aliens are really loud and crazy? Or is that A Quiet Place? It was fucking from all around me. Loud streaking. For a second, I have no idea what's going on. Then I'm like, oh fuck, I just set off a fire alarm with my bacon. I grab the bacon in a panic state, run out of there, and I'm like, oh my god, maybe if I just hide in here, no one will know it was me. But I feel like that would have been even more suspicious. So yeah, I had to fucking leave. It was crazy. Once of us is computer engineering, so I deal with hardware, a mix of electrical engineering, and an ounce of CS. Oh yeah, now I'm reading streams lagging, but we're back, so that's good. Hardware, a mix of engineering, and an ounce of CS. I feel like that is the way to go, bro. You got, being a hardware person means you got a big ass brain. Let me know if the stream is still lagging. Hopefully it's good. Once again, I gotta buy an Ethernet cable at some point. One Skills of All says, all those majors are so interesting, some more practical than others, and some more idealistic. Yeah, that makes sense, bro. Sometimes when you're just interested in something, you're just interested in something. I get it, bro. War Mike says, majoring in astronomy is researching all the formulas about how stars and planets and asteroids move. Very complex math and physics. Oh, that makes sense. So you're like, you become like a Big Bang expert. You become like the type of person who researches, like, you know, what a black hole actually looks like and takes a picture of it, and your favorite movie is Interstellar. That's like a astronomy major. I get it. Sockless is adding In-N-Out to the bingo deck. That's funny. Yeah. In and out definitely belongs on the bingo deck. Yeah, I saw the message about the bingo. I did like the bingo of like how I say I just need to. I really do be saying shit like, oh, I just need to find internal nirvana and my life will be chill. Oh, I just need to fucking get Moose to love me unconditionally and fucking talk to me like a human being, and my life will be chill. That's how it be. We did it, guys. We drove to another place. All right, that's enough for American Truck Simulator. Let's look at Zillow. We're going to take a brief intermission. We're going to look at Zillow, a little bit of Zillow. Then I'll be hopping on, I believe I'll be hopping on City Skylines. Although if anyone has any other suggestions or preferences for what I play on stream, I'm open to suggestions and preferences. What am I but a sheeple? My Ad Block Plus is up to date. I recently installed Ad Block Plus. Oh no, I installed Ad Block Plus for a different profile of mine. But that's right. There's no free ads on here. We will not be showing any ads on Zillow. It's so bright. It's so bright. It's reflecting off my face. We gotta lower the brightness a little bit. There we go. One Zillow says, what if I take a couple of gap years in Cali so that I count as an in-state resident once I apply to grad school? That's not a bad idea, bro. It's way cheaper to go to UC's. Oh, you could add commute time. Well, I don't even know where I would commute to if I were to live in Boston. Let's look at some rents, bro. Let's look at some houses. Let's start with some houses. I'm a renter. I'm not at the point in my life where I'm going to buy a house yet, but let's look at some houses. This is downtown Boston. Where do like the normies live in Boston? Like, because I don't think the normies live here, right? Because this is like downtown. I would guess maybe the normies live. When I went to Boston, I stayed in an Airbnb like out here. I feel like this is like Normieville, right? Somewhere out here. Where's Fenway? Like right by Fenway is Normieville. Let's look at this house. This is not even a house. We gotta look at a house, bro. No condos, bro. Come on. No multifamily, no lots. Just give me some straight up houses, bro. $1.2 million, bro. 5 beds. 5 beds is a lot of beds, but $1.2 million is a lot of dollars. What's it says? Those greedy MFs at the UC board. They do be charging a lot for out of state residents, bro. Warmike says scholarships are given based on major. A lot of teachers are needed for society in general and the public sector in particular. So a lot of scholarships are there for education majors. That's true. That's a good reason why you should declare your major before going to college. Though I feel like, you know, an option is like if you switch majors, just give the scholarship back. You know what I mean? Or maybe if like you have the option to apply not declaring your major or declaring your major, and if you don't declare, then you could just switch. Dead Parrot says dipping out of a side exit with a pan of bacon. LMAO. Yeah, that was me. Imagine just a little skinny 18-year-old introverted badness. Once again, just a menace. Once again, that's more of a cosmologist, but I like that a lot as well. I just need to get out of NYC. I just need to make $500,000 a year. I just need to make a YouTube video. I just need to make a Minecraft therapy. I just need to slap my neighbor across the face. I just need to be God. That's how it really be. What's it says? You should run buckshot roulette. I have not run out of buckshot roulette. We'll figure. Once again, I will figure out a day where I run that on where I figure out how to run Windows on my Mac. It'll be next week. I'm saying it now. It'll be next week. The fact that this is $1.2 million. They couldn't even like clean up their room a little bit to like be nicer before fucking. Like, you're about to list this property on Zillow. You're asking someone for $1.2 million. You don't think, like, I don't know. You could clean up all the crap you got in your room for 1 second, so that it looks a little more appealing for the people buying your house. Also, I just gotta say, the dude who lives here, I'm sorry, he looks like guy with beard, overweight, sweaty. The guy, oh, this is a little NSFW. Maybe not overweight. Maybe man, long hair. The guy who lives in that all these are pretty fucked up. You know what I'm trying to say. The guy who lives here, bro, is mad sweaty. Mad gross. You know he's coding like crazy on his monitor. He's punching this bag like crazy to get out his fucking anger. He's watching mad Star Wars. This guy, I'm sorry, I'm judging the person who lives in this room a lot. This guy has got to level up his fucking interior design. One Zillow says, get a dark mode extension. They're so useful. That's true. I could get Zillow is not really dark mode. They try to blast your face with light. This person's room is okay. Although, like, what is with, like, this whole place seems like a dungeon. I don't know if it's because all their blinds are drawn. I feel like this place doesn't have a lot of natural light. What is this, bro? Who lives here, bro? You couldn't take this meme thing down for your fucking... You're selling your house on Zillow, bro. I think this person needs to be a little more professional with their Zillow pictures. One Zillow says, yeah, that would be the Parker Space Probe. Very useful for studying the sun. I don't know what the hell that is. But this sounds like some physics shit. Oh, I think I missed a message. Oh, I recently watched... Warmike says, I recently watched a documentary on how NASA sent a probe to the sun to catch particles with information about how the solar system formed. Dude, you're describing the plot of Project Hail Mary, dude. That's really how it be. I saw Project Hail Mary. It was a good movie. Alright, what else we got here? All these houses are $1 million, huh? You got any cheap houses? This one's only $650K. 3 beds, 2 baths. Not so bad. Warmike says the probe crashed when it landed back on Earth, but scientists were able to recover the particles. How were they able to recover particles? Like, did they get their microscopes out and they were like, these are the particles? See, like, this place, they actually made look nice for the fucking Zillow photos. I don't know, like, you know, if you're going to ask someone for hundreds of thousands of dollars, the least you could do is ask for some money. Although this place does seem like a little small. Is that a small kitchen? Small dining room? Do they even have a living room, bro? What is the layout of this place, bro? They don't even want to tell you the layout because they are afraid to tell you that there's no living room here, bro. The housing market is crazy. I feel like just going on Zillow is basically just like doom scrolling about the housing market. It's like there's absolutely nothing. There's no hope. There's like, you know, what's the cheapest, like, you know, what's a house that's like not $1 million? Like, I feel like this is like the range of like affordable. You know what I mean? This house looks a little old on. Look at how old this house is, bro. This house is fucking stuck in the 1960s, bro. This house desperately needs a renovation. Oh my god, look at these steps, bro. I'll fucking die tripping on these steps. Once it was, make sure to include the suburbs, Brookline, Cambridge, Edison, etc. Yeah, Cambridge is... I feel like Cambridge is nice, right? Cambridge would probably be expensive, because I feel like Cambridge... Oh my god, this bathroom is disgusting, dude. Like, Cambridge is like a not-so-well-kept secret. Warwick says it crashed because there was an explosive charge that launches the parachute, and they installed it the wrong way, so the parachute didn't open. They installed it the wrong way, bro? They opened these... Dude. This house is scary, too. I feel like this house, at nighttime, I would be afraid I would get murdered by Ghostface or something. Look at how scary this house is, dude. Oh my god. It's literally like there's a serial killer living in the walls. Guys, in sort of as cosmology is the history and evolution of the universe at the largest scales. I see. It's like Big Bang shit. I see. Astronomy is not Big Bang shit. Cosmology is Big Bang shit. Good to know. And they got some wacky colors on the walls. You got to paint the walls too. They didn't even do a good job painting this wall. I think you could see like it's uneven. Talking about the probe, I'll let you guys discuss that because I have no idea what's going on. Stockless' slander is killing me. Yeah, that guy was fucked up. That guy, I would not pay them $1 million simply because like I feel like they would try to pull some bullshit on me during the selling process. Because if you're not even gonna be professional with taking photos of your house, how can I expect you to be professional in the home buying process? This is literally the basement of a serial killer. I'm pretty sure a serial killer lives in this house. This is where all the bodies are buried. Is crazy. It's one of Tony Soprano season 6 if he was a teenager. Exactly. That guy's crazy. He's eating elk every day because Joe Rogan told him to. Dead Paradise says. The big Nicole Kidman fan. I know. What a fucking weirdo that guy was. Everyone's laughing about Nicole Kidman. Dead Paradise is browsing. This is literally the house of a serial killer. I'm sorry. This is where he keeps like all his victims when they're still alive. He duct takes their mouths and keeps them here. What was that movie? Split? Split kidnapping? This is like the fucking crazy, bro. This is what I say. Like they're just you kidnap them, you store them in a fucking derelict ass basement. Like this, bro. This shit is crazy. Kazan says it's either hopium or depression, nothing in between. OG, what happened to that wall? Yeah, this is a crazy. I'm not sure which wall specifically you're referring to, but this is a crazy house. This is a crazy house. All right, let's look at some rents in Boston. What's the rental market like? I think 3K is a nice range for renting. I feel like even if I made a lot of money, I just feel like philosophically 4K for one person is just like too much rent. Like there's no apartment I feel like that could be worth 4K in rent unless it's the fucking Disney princess, the top tower in the Disney castle, and I get free food in there too. You know what I mean? There's no 3K rent in Cambridge, bro. Oh, we got a couple. This one's new. 1 bed, 1 bath. 3K's expensive. Not crazy expensive, but it is expensive, bro. Everyone in Cambridge is like a fucking work from home Giga Chad. What's going on here? Like this guy has the work from home setup too. He's got a fucking Peloton here too. Everyone in Cambridge is a tech Giga Chad. I guess so, bro. Look at this guy. Look at his beautiful family, bro. Good for you, man. I'm trying to be like this guy. Have a beautiful family. One Skills All says, I hate the big spike at 3K rent price. That's what I'm saying, bro. I feel like 3K is even expensive. You know what I mean? Like ideally, I would be paying I honestly feel like 2K is expensive for rent. But I'm probably just living in like a fantasy land where when I had a roommate, my rent was $1,700, I think. So I feel like 2K is expensive. But, that was when I had a roommate in California. And that was a few years ago at this point. 3K is expensive, dude. Let's see 2.5K, man. There's one place in Cambridge for 2.5K. We only have 400 square feet. We're getting smaller and smaller. There's some nasty ass tile here. It's a nasty ass old kitchen. And this is 2.3K, man. I feel like, in a non-psychotic housing market, a place like this should cost at most $1,500, bro. And it probably should cost $1,200 because look at this shitty kitchen. Look at this shitty tile. It's literally 400 square feet. There's no natural light at all. Like, what are we talking about? This place is not worth $2,250 a month. The parents has got to crush those Excel spreadsheets. I know. They're fucking... I think Boston does have a lot of tech workers. But, they're all standing desk gigachads, I guess. Or Mike says, Cambridge is the place of MIT and Harvard, so no shit, yeah. It is like, you know, a college town, but it's cheaper than, like, here, right? Than the main part of Boston. But, man, Boston's expensive, bro. There's nowhere to live in Boston for under $2K rent. For, 1 bed, 1 bath. I guess we don't even need to say that, because the only places we'll be lucky to find it's fucking 2 bed, 2 bath. Damn, Boston's expensive, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, let's look at some expensive apartments, bro. Like this. You live in the heart of downtown Boston. 2 beds, 1 baths. 2 beds makes sense because you could have a roommate at least. Let's see a 1 bed, 1 bath of a gigachad. 3.5K, 915 square feet. See, how is this 3.5K and the other is 2.2K? I feel like that doesn't make sense. Something is not right in the scaling there. Once there's also a lot of high-paying businesses in Boston. Yeah, it is. Boston is a pretty expensive place, but they do, you know, they do pay well there. Why is this home keeping 2006 aesthetics? I know that other place. Some places need a renovation, bro. The person says, I like the 2006 aesthetic, TBH. I'm not a fan of... I feel like you either have to lean 100% into the vintage aesthetic, or, like, there's a Philadelphia, New York, bro. There's no rents available here. Damn, you could rent a 1,000 square feet is actually not huge, but, see, I could move to Philadelphia, New York, bro. Bro, when he says he's moving to Philadelphia, he means Philadelphia, New York. Look at how affordable Philadelphia, New York is, bro. I'm not a fan of, like, older aesthetics, but, like, if you're going to have an older aesthetic, I feel like you got to at least have it be, like, clean. You know what I mean? Because if it's nasty, then it just fucking looks nasty, bro. Why can't I look up Philadelphia, bro? I don't want to even look up homes. I just want to look up rent. There we go. There's a wide range here. See, why is Philadelphia... Oh, maybe it's because I have these 1 bed, 1 bath filters? No, why is Philadelphia so much more affordable than Boston? Like, the range seems smaller here. Right? In Boston, 3K was like the very bottom of the rent market. In Philly, 3K is the top of the rent market. I just got to move to Philadelphia. Now I'm just gonna say I just got it all the time, bro. I'm just now I just have to lean into it. What's going on here? Why is Philadelphia so cheap, bro? What's going on there? Once it was holy, that's nice for 3.5. Yeah, right. That other place in Boston, it's like that place for only 1K more. You can, instead of living in like some crappy 2006 apartment, you can live in downtown Boston for 3.5K. That place seems like it's underpriced. That place either seems underpriced or the other place is overpriced. Dead Power says great cream cheese. The house says Philly looks cheap. Yeah, right. Why is it so cheap? One says they have a lot of density in Philly, and also they pay less. They pay less? Is that true? I mean, like, I feel like if you have like tech jobs, I feel like a tech job in Philly or Boston, would they really pay you like significantly less? I feel like you could find like similarly paying jobs. I don't know. Cassim says I don't know what the weather is like. I feel like the weather in Philly is better than Boston, right? Because Philly is south of Boston. Boston's like gets cold. Philly gets cold, but it's not like New England. Why is this place so cheap, bro? Yeah, so when I was staying in Philadelphia for the marathon, I was like my Airbnb was around here. It seems like a nice neighborhood, a chill neighborhood. You're not too far from the city center. This seems like a nice apartment, bro. The outside looks like shit. The inside looks kind of modern. And it's only once again it's one, and it's 2 beds. You get a roommate up in here. You're paying less than 1K, bro. Why is Philly so cheap? We're back. We're back. Hello, everyone. Are we back? I believe we are. I'm going to wait for people to say we're back before I read. We'll keep looking. We're back. Okay. Philadelphia rent is cheaper. Once again, I'm reading the AI overview. I don't care if it could make mistakes. Guess what? A fucking human being could make a mistake and be a fucking dumbass too. If I read a fucking post on Reddit, this fucking lethal Lafile 70 could be making a mistake too. You know what I mean? It says, is due to a lower median income, a larger and more flexible housing supply dominated by dense row homes, and historically lower demand from affluent corporate and tech sectors. That's interesting. Boston is a global hub for biotech. They do have a lot of biotech. They do have better colleges. They do have finance. That's true. Eds and meds. Eds and meds. That's funny. Boston is full of higher-earning professionals. That's true. Affluent students from top-tier universities, all those Harvard and MIT grads. Guess crazy. Philadelphia has grappled with historically lower-performing public schools and a higher overall poverty rate. That's interesting. That is interesting. Why is housing in Philly's urban core so affordable? Let's see. The city public schools are undesirable to parents with a lot of money. That's funny. They're like bad. That's actually funny. Average income. It's the poorest big city in the U.S. I didn't know that. People don't have the wages. There are wealthy and expensive parts. Another point, Philly has a high crime rate and poor public schools. Decreases the city after having children. Well, I'm not going to be living in Philly long term. I would just like to hang out there for a second and get out of the craziness of New York City. It's interesting that Philly is cheap. I wanted to look at Japan Zillow because Dead Paradise was mentioning that what Zillow is, I've heard about Philly schools being shit. Yeah, apparently, I guess so. Not me though. Because once goes of all, or no, I think Sockless was saying in the Discord I should check out Japan. So let's check out apartments. First of all, I gotta find out yen to USD. What does this mean, bro? I don't know what that means, bro. What is 1,000 yen? 1,000 yen is $6. $1 is... Okay, this is a very weird calculation. Well, 1,000 is 6. So I have to divide by 1,000 and multiply by 6. So this... One skills of all says, inshallah, this... Alright, there we go. We're back, I think. Inshallah, once it goes, inshallah, the stream will resume. Good prayer. What is a place in Japan like Kimi no Nawa? Once it says, I remember watching a video where some guy interviews his kids to read a sentence and they just can't. Damn, that's sad, bro. Reading's important, bro. It's the Itomori. It's inspired by Hida. Alright, let's look for a place in Hida, bro. I want to look at Hida. No, not apartment building for sale. Hida apartment for rent. Here we go. No, don't use my precise location. 40,000 yen? This is expensive, bro. This is not expensive. Now, this is a nice big apartment. I could live my Japanese life, bro, in Hida. Oh my god, this looks kind of scary, though. Dude, I could imagine myself... I could just imagine myself fucking living here, making some fucking eggs here, living some crazy Japanese introverted madness arc, bro. What is this, a bidet, bro? What is this? Is this a place to wash your dog? That's crazy. Kasim says, I was on Spainzilla and I was also super cheap. I feel like America is just expensive, bro. Dead Pair says Japanese yen is in the toilet right now. Even better if get that conversion rate. Saklu says, yeah, I mentioned Japanese suburbs because I feel like you might want houses as opposed to a studio or a high-rise, and also have the convenience of a car while having good public transportation. Oh, are like houses like cheap to rent in Japan, bro? Let's look at houses, bro. House search. No houses for rent. I would like, I mean, ideally, sure. I would, if it's cheap, I would like to rent a house, bro. Oh wait, no, 21,000 is only 140 USD, bro. That's really cheap, bro. This is fucking, you could live in fucking Japan for a year for 1 month of New York City rent. Kita house for rent, dude. Yeah, maybe you could afford to refer a house, or you could afford to rent a house in Hida, bro. Once as well says 40K Japan is around 250 USD. Yeah, I have realized that my shit is fucked up. Dead Bear says OMG living the anime lifestyle. That's right. These are expensive though. I guess to rent a house is expensive. Sakalo says Japan suburbs have a lot of single family homes as opposed to condos. Japan suburb house for rent. And then after this, we're gonna hop on City Skylines. Houses for rent. I was just here, bro, and they were mad expensive. What is like something that's not expensive, bro? Let's look at a map. Map search. Something in the suburb of Tokyo. These are really... Oh, look at this. $569 a month, bro. Enhance. Oh, my God. Dude. This is such a Kimi no Nawa house right here, bro. I would just be standing here like anime version of me. Fucking doing fucking Tai Chi in the fucking morning on my fucking front steps, bro. Dead Paris says, not gonna lie, you will probably need a Japanese girlfriend to sort out all the utility admin and municipal admin, LOL. Yeah, I can imagine that it will be very difficult to live if I move to Japan. I don't speak Japanese. I don't know anything about the culture of Japan, but I do like anime and their food. Once it all says, "Yo, that's chill." I know, right? It has some says anime lifestyle. Look at this look at this bamboo floor, bro. Look at how disheveled this person lives, but is okay because it's a Japanese type of disheveled, not a gross American type of disheveled. Yo, they got the iconic tatami mats, bro. Dude, I would have such an anime montage up in here. Me and Moose. Look at these narrow ass hallways that are a fire hazard. Oh my God, they have a urinal in this house, bro. I've never seen a urinal in a house. It must. I guess in America we don't have those. It doesn't make sense. One girl says, "I need me an ABG," except she has citizenship to Korea or Japan. Yeah, ABGs are a uniquely American thing, though, right? How are we gonna find ABGs in Korea or Japan? I guess you have dual citizenship. The person's Tommy Ford's into the urinal. I know, and it's blue too. Look at this crazy urinal, bro. This shit would be hard to clean, bro. The thing about a urinal too is like, look at all the surface area you have to clean. I feel like it would be nasty to clean a urinal. Keston says, poor Moose, you'd have to fly him all the way there. Yeah, and Moose, I don't think Moose would like to live in Japan. Maybe he would, but he would miss all his friends in America for sure. This guy lives like a slob, bro. This guy lives like an absolute slob in the Japanese countryside, but that's okay. It's his life. Damn. He covered up the toilet, too? What is this, bro? What's the point of this? Unusable toilet? Gaston says, single woman buy this house. OMG, not to urinal. That's right. That person says, why is it so long? It was a really big urinal, right? Let's just hold my gigantic float. I guess if you're, yeah, that's true. If you're tall, maybe you need all that shit, bro. This place is very quaint. And for $500, you can't beat the price, bro. This is crazy. What is this, bro? Look at this giant shower. What the hell, bro? That was good. That was entertaining. All right, let's play some city skylines. And then we'll call it a stream, y'all. I've had a great time streaming, as I always do. This is a beautiful, beautiful night stream. Catson5 says, who are Moose's friends? My parents, mainly. I think Moose loves my parents more than he loves me. I think it would be very heartbreaking for him to not be able to see my parents. Mike Sell MID. Mike Sell Mid says, why not move to Thailand instead? I would consider Thailand. I like Thai food. Thailand, I mean, hopefully this isn't offensive to say, isn't Thailand like a little less developed as a country than Japan? But I guess, you know, if I'm considering the Japanese suburbs, why not consider the Thailand suburbs? In fact, now that this game crashed. Oh, it didn't crash. We're back. We're gonna pause. Let's look at some suburbs in Thailand, since they were suggested to us by Mike Sell Mid. Bada boop. Bada boop. Bada boop. Thailand house for rent. Here we go. Once it was just pondering the world map while taking a shit. That's right. And what is this, bro? What is the conversion rate on this? Expensive, bro. What the fuck? 65,000 baht? This is still expensive, bro. I don't want to get notified, sir. I guess these are like nice places though, bro. I mean, 3-bed, 3-bath for $2,000 with a pool. That is a great deal, Mike. Mike Sell Mid. I won't deny that. I mean, this is a beautiful home. This is an absolutely stunning home. I just don't know what living in Thailand is like. Like, what is it like? This is absolutely beautiful. I don't know what I would do with 3 bedrooms. Just me living in my own house. This would not... Hold on. I think we're back. Let me know if they're back. I'm gonna catch up on chat to read exactly what I gotta read. I think we're back. Yeah, we're back. Okay. Everyone's saying, Depar says, Bangkok is a hell of a city. Depar says, Once Girl says, isn't their immigration more lenient in Thailand? Depar says, nah, Bangkok is pretty developed. I personally can't imagine myself living in Bangkok, though. Once Girl says, yeah, same. Sokla says, it's too developed without good urban planning and public infrastructure. Chasm says, I can't think about Bangkok now without thinking about that episode of White Lotus. I have not seen The White Lotus, but I did watch the first, 5 minutes of season 3, where there was, that shooting, and I was like, doesn't seem too interesting to me. I don't know what the vibe of Bangkok is like, but, like I was saying earlier, this would be my fucking, this would be my fucking Bond villain house, bro. Sokla says, I was kind of eye-rolling during the whole Bangkok sequence of White Lotus because how romanticized it was. Yeah, I in my mind, Bangkok isn't oh my god, look at how beautiful Bangkok is, bro. For some reason, I thought Bangkok was Ho Chi Minh City, which I feel like is less developed. But, I mean, they're 2 different countries. I'm being probably a little racist. All right, let's go back to our game. People say you can't hear. Refresh the page. Kie says that's you, Cat Sim. All right, is everything good? Everything's good. Hopefully we're good. Depar says I love the Bangkok mission in Hitman. You know, I've been I should have bought Hitman when it went on sale on Steam, and I didn't buy it. But like when it goes on sale next time, I'm gonna buy Hitman, and we will be streaming Hitman. It seems like a great, hilarious game for stream. Dead Paradise. Cat Sims, I gotta go grab some.
Cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue y la casa de la bachata.
All right, I believe we are back. Hopefully the stream's working. Oh boy! All right. Takla says I also taken cross-country trains, subways, BTS. Subway in Bangkok, but it's very lacking and inconvenient. I've never actually considered moving to Bangkok, but who knows? Maybe I would like it, bro. My citizens are sick because I put the fucking... I have to unzone... I fucked up, bro. I shouldn't have zoned this place for industrial, and now all my citizens are sick, bro. That's my bad. Welcome to the stream. Also, Dylan's Handle. Dylan's Handle says there were great one streams again. It was too good to be true. No, we're back. We're back. Dylan's Handles is the great one streams again. That's right. We're so fucking back. Ford Ashit also welcome to the stream. Says Ford Ash says, bro, I just got here. Well, bro, we will be playing some fucking games, bro. We're here. Dead Parrot says, OMG, Hitman stream. I know. I really should have bought it when it went on sale. I was just like procrastinating it, and then it went off sale. I feel like it'll come on. Like, when's the Steam summer sale, bro? I feel like during the Steam summer sale, I will buy it, and then we will have some good shit up in there. Oh man, all my citizens are sick. I have to unzone all these places for. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the businesses that already set up shop here, but like you're making all my citizens sick, dude. You got to go somewhere else. In fact, I have to build like a different. I have to build an industrial district somewhere because otherwise we're gonna have not enough industry here, bro. I know the ops. We had to fight the ops. I don't know why the stream was dying. Seems like we're back though. Maybe my neighbor's fucking with our internet, bro. My fucking op, bro. Dead Parrot says at least we get to listen to disproportionately upbeat BRB music. That's right. I'm glad everyone enjoys the switch to the upbeat, the upbeat music. I'll give these guys some water. Boom. Get watered, bro. Like a fucking bunch of plants, bro. Alright, we need to figure out where we're gonna put industrial areas. I feel like why not put some industrial areas right next to this fucking right next to all these windmills, right? Because we're not gonna be putting any houses next to the windmill anyway, because like the windmill is like bad for like pollution or something. So, and these are stores right here. So we could build something right off here and smack some industrial places up in there. Once of all says, oh yeah, I should send my city in progress in the Discord. Certainly not as big as other cities, but it'll have to work. Yeah, I would love to see how a true MLG gamer makes houses or builds a city in this game, for sure. Dead Parrot says, the Hitman World of Assassination Trilogy is one of the best purchases I've ever made. Insanely good value. Yeah, let me know if you know, like, there's like many options for buying Hitman on Steam. You know what I mean? Which is like the good version. You know what I mean? I think it's just the most expensive one, right? That's like the one that has all the options, but I'm not sure. What is this, by the way? A 2-lane road? Sure. Although, if we're gonna build industry, maybe we should like have a roundabout or something, bro. Oh, don't search the assets. Just let me click through, bro. It's not that serious. Where's my roundabouts, bro? Here we go. Like, maybe... How do I rotate a roundabout, by the way? Maybe... Okay, let's start with a 2-lane road here. Boom. Something... like this, bro? Something like this. I think. And then let's just zone all of this for industry, bro. We'll actually put some buffer here. The stores don't care if they get fucking polluted, right? And then we do need to smack them up with some water, too. Fort Ashit says, why cut the boutique lots? To be honest, Fort Ashit, is because I need to get a job. And I feel like people will take me more seriously if I cut my boutique locks. Also, it was Mother's Day, and I know my mom like prefers that I look like a normal cisgender male, so I figured it might be a nice Mother's Day gift to my mother for me to cut the locks. Although like I do miss the long hair, I feel like it was a beautiful time in my life when I was free and had the long hair and didn't care about no one's opinion about me. I'm sad that, yeah, I'm sad, but, they had to go. Sadly. Sadly. I don't even know if that's a good place for these, bro. Let me actually just bulldoze that for a second. Get rid of this shit, bro. Yeah, get rid of that shit. Let's just see what it's like. Alright, we need, like, way more industry here, though, I think. Let's zone this. Just fucking put some random-ass houses all around. I'm sorry to the people who live here. I'm gonna have to bulldoze your houses because I don't even think you want to live here because there's gonna be a fuck ton of pollution going on over here, bro. A fuck ton of pollution. Once it was, yeah, I think I got it for free, cheap or free. I forget which. Yeah, I gotta buy it, bro. It'll be my next purchase, my next Steam purchase. Faux show. There we go. Look at our beautiful water system, man. Alright, we'll figure out the electricity once businesses actually move in there. What else? I have no money. Let's just fast forward then. Dylan's handle says, Hitman seems chill. It does seem chill. It does seem wacky and goofy. Dylan's handle says, society stole your hair. I mean, I 1000% agree, Dylan's handle. And it's a little sad. We live in a society, Dylan's handle is tragic. One skill says, I like the hairstyle you had a few years ago before the Bieber style. I don't even know what you're referring to. Are you just referring to, like, short, normal hair? I feel like, yeah, I like that style, too. Dead Parrot says, I like the Bieber style. Yeah, rest in peace to the Bieber style. Maybe one day it'll come back. Gone but not forgotten. Dead Paradise says, just get the standard version of World of Assassination. Don't bother with the deluxe version. Alright, good to know. Good to know. See, that's the type of tips I wouldn't know on my own. And now I know, thanks to the great Dead Paradise. All my citizens are sick. I think I need to build more hospitals or something. Dead Paradise says, I feel like a lot of guys have long hair nowadays. Yeah, it's true. It's definitely more societally acceptable. I feel like, you know, people do be judging you, though. People just be judging you, and sometimes, you know, sometimes if you want that sweet-ass job, you just gotta fucking conform to society. I love how fucking random my city looks, though. Like, what, like, actually, this is like some sort of constellation. What does this look like to you guys? I feel like this is like the head. It's like an alien, bro. It's like an alien body. This is the head. This is like a broomstick that it's riding. This shit is crazy, dog. Alright, all my citizens are getting less sick because I finally moved all the industry away. Thank God. What's going on here? They're still sick. Sick. Everyone's sick, but they're getting less sick, which is good. Alright, I'm getting some more monies. That's nice. Oh, there's tweets, bro. I'm missing all the tweets, bro. Mayor, who are you to say what I can do? Ban sandals? Bro. Robert, don't make me fucking rezone your house, bitch. In your tiny ass house too. Once he says, you have a short one, fit well, but Bieber was also nice. Thank you. Thank you for gassing me up. I'll be sure to tell all my future dates that people our city. So I guess we just have to wait. Do these guys have enough electricity? They seem to have decent electricity. Oh yeah, because they're plugged in, bro. They're plugged into the network. Good for them, bro. Alright. What would our next purchase be, bro? Maybe... What does our city need? We're almost... Wait, we're a boom town, bro. We're gonna unlock shit, bro. I guess we'll unlock... We'll, buy some new shit when we unlock our... When we fucking get enough money. What's all this shit, bro? Like a landscape, unique buildings. I can't afford anything. Can't afford anything. I could afford a park. I could afford a park for my citizens to make them happy. Why not, bro? Small playground, dog park, park with trees. Must be placed roadside, huh? I feel like the people here could use a park, bro. The people here deserve a park, though, because they've been suffering. They've been suffering long enough over here. Although I guess they could go to this park. This park's not so bad. These people on the other side of town, I feel like they probably need a park more. Although there's a park right here, too. I think we'll save our money. We'll save our money for now. Oh, there's lag, but now we're back. Alright, that's good to hear. The parrot says, I think I remember it used to be illegal for men to have long hair in Singapore. That's crazy. They're trying to... Barrel full of glowing goo? What the fuck, Scarlett Davis? That's not good, bro. Yeah, I feel like, they just, you know... Hair is a way for society to, like, keep you fucking in your place. But sometimes, you gotta say, fuck that noise, you know what I mean? I think we also want to build a high school at some point. But we don't have enough money for that either. We don't have enough... Oh, we have enough high schools, bro. We don't have enough universities, though. And we might need another elementary school soon. Damn, managing a city is tough, bro. Sockle says it's crazy. It is, bro. The man's trying to keep you down. Don't let him keep you down. Once goes to says, each time it lags, audio desyncs, so I have to reload the page. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. Fuck. How am I gonna fix this lag, bro? I actually gotta look into it. Here, I'm gonna write it down, bro. In my stream notes. In my post-stream lessons. Dropped my fucking pen. Fix lag. I just have to fix the lag, y'all, and then my life will be perfect. What's going on? People are moving out of my city. We almost got to 2,600, but people are not. We're kind of stuck here. What's going on? I have to build more houses, bro. People should be moving in here, bro. Move in here, yeah. Everyone's happy here because I removed all the industrial plants. Oh god, these people are getting sick still. I think I have to rezone this, bro. I'm sorry, industry. You have to fucking get the fuck out of here, bro. You cannot be getting all my citizens sick. I'm sorry. Oh, what's this doing here, bro? This cannot be here. Get that the fuck out of here, bro. We'll contain. Yeah, and I guess I have to kick these people out, huh? I'm sorry to these people. You guys got to get kicked out. Because I just don't like seeing y'all get sick. It's just bad for vibes, bro. It's really bad for vibes. And I guess you guys also have to get kicked out. I'm sorry to you guys. I'm letting the power go to my head like crazy, bro. Alright, and then we'll develop, I guess. This is tough because, yeah, this is stupid. Why did I put all the industry here, bro? We have to rezone this. We have to rezone this, bro. This should be for this. Dylan's Handle says, do you want to be a software engineer for YouTube? Yeah, bro, if they pay me money. If they pay me enough money, bro, I'll do anything, bro. You would do it for a check, too, as the meme goes. Dead Paradise says, I like Singapore, but it's a corporate NPC city. Nobody interesting lives there. I do get that impression that, like, it's for rich people. And, like, they're kind of, like... I don't know how to describe it. They're like NPCs, like you said. It just seems like the people in Singapore are just very... It's a big finance city, right? It seems like very weird with that shit, bro. Sakla says, having a limit on how long your hair can be was very common school rule in Korean middle schools until the 2010s. That's crazy. I mean, like, I guess for schools, I'm not gonna say it makes sense, but like sometimes like adults be tripping when they have power over students, you know what I mean? And they just be fucking going nuts with what they tell kids to do. So like I could see it. It is fucked up though. It is fucked up. I mean, I'm sure if you go to like a Catholic school in America, they'll have limits on how long your hair can be. Also says every dude in K-dramas have the same 5 haircuts, I swear. Every dude, honestly, I know this is racist to say. Every Korean dude, I feel like, looks like BTS. Like, every member of BTS, I feel like, looks exactly the same. I'm sorry, they all have the same haircut. They all have, like, the same, like, perfect, like, pearl white skin. They all, like, do the same makeup. I don't know. They all look exactly the same. You know what I mean? Obviously, their facial features are a little different. But, like, their style is all the fucking same. And I know that's racist for me to say, but I just have to speak my truth that I can't tell when they look different. They all look the same to me. I'm sorry. Alright, people are less sick here, which is good. What's the problem here, bro? Not enough educated workers. Fuck, bro. That's bad. All my workers are stupid. Have you lost your wallet? I found a black leather wallet. No, I didn't lose my wallet, Brittany Brown. Oh, man. I feel like it's very interesting to see people walking around, too. Look at Julie, man. Oh, shit. We gotta follow her. Where's Julie? She's on her way home, bro. Walking home. Look how bustling this city is right now, bro. Yeah, new achievement unlocked. Once it all says they take their jobs too seriously. Yeah, I know, right? They do be taking it too seriously. Takla says, nah, not racist. Thank you for allowing me to be racist, Takla. Death Artist says, everyone in South Korea wears the same puffy winter jacket. I feel like people in New York all wear the same puffy winter jacket, you know what I mean? Damn, look how bustling this town is, dude. I'm proud of us, man. We only have 2,600 people, but look at this city, man. Look at all the cars. Everyone's partying. It's a good city. Holy shit, we have so much money now. Alright, we have so much money. This is a great time to do some shit, bro. I think we should build another school of some type. Maybe a university, honestly. We haven't unlocked for university? We have not unlocked for university. That's fine. We do need some more elementary schools, though. So let's figure out a place to put the elementary school. Where's my current elementary school? It's like right here, right? So one... Oh yeah, this new rich neighborhood I'm building definitely needs an elementary school. So let's put one there, bro. We'll put one right. Why not put it right here, bro? In here, in this roundabout. Boom. Everyone's happy. Look at everyone, bro. Happy as fuck that they're educated now. All right, that was a good purchase. Let's see what else our city needs. Our city could really expand right now, so let's go crazy, bro. Let's build this new neighborhood on the east side for all the rich people to live in, bro. First of all, Sakla says absolute facts about the winter jacket, and that's funny. Once it says, if you want to level your buildings to make more cash money, have a good schooling all around. And you'll have to wait a while. Alright, we got the elementary school. We're on our way, bro. We're on our way. I'm gonna set up this new beautiful place right here. And then we're gonna figure it out. So I want them to intersect something like this. Actually, let's do this. Let's start here. All the way down, bro. Does this make sense? Or was this be stupid? Is this a stupid way to build your city? Maybe it is, but I don't care. I don't have time to figure it out, bro. Don't curve, bro. Give me a straight line. To here. Why is it curving, bro? I don't want it to curve. I want it to be straight. It can only be so straight, which is a little problematic, isn't it? A little problematic, aren't you, road? I'm gonna bulldoze road like that. Make it connect there. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're going to zone all of this. We're going to give them a park. Give them a park. I feel like the police are not being covered here. Or the police are not covering this area. So, let's dump a police station here. Sure. Alright, I get it. This area here is our main, like, area. Our hub. So we're going to put a police station there. We're going to put... Do we have a fire department at all, bro? We do. Alright, it's okay. And we're going to put... What else do we need here? We have a school. Oh, we need a park. That's right. Public transportation. Blah, 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 blah. Public transportation is good. Okay. Once again, we'll figure that out later. Let's put a park around here. Once again, this also includes high schools and public libraries. Oh, yeah, I do need to build a library, bro. But I don't have enough money for it. Libraries are expensive, man. Alright, let's build some parks. Dead Pair says, if you're wanting another game to stream, considering Quiplash so we can play too. Oh, that's a great idea. Quiplash, I hear, is very fun. And I would love to have some audience participation on stream. So that's a great idea, Dead Paradise. I almost called you One Skills of All. Almost gave your credit for that great idea to One Skills of All, even though they didn't deserve it all. You deserve that credit. So it's a great idea. I'll definitely a good idea. Let's give them a carousel park. And of course, since we got moose, we got to be inclusive to dogs. Build a dog park too. Alright. And we'll zone all of this for residential. We'll zone all of this for residential, bro. I want people to move in here, bro. ASAP. Get our population up. Dog. Alright. Layton says, I love the new parks. Thanks to the mayor. You're welcome, Layton. Sleeping in your damn house? Look at this quiet road, bro. This is a very quiet street. Away. A robot invasion imminent. Bradley, don't be sending crazy shit. Don't be starting a panic in my city, bro. Look how bustling our city center is, bro. Our city center is like Tokyo, dude. Look at all these billboards. Wow, look at our beautiful city. Oh, Jackbox? Yes. One skill else is Jackbox. Jackbox is a good idea. I Love Taylor Swift 11 says, morning, folks. Welcome to the stream. I Love Taylor Swift 11. Glad you could make it. Glad we could fit in your time zone. Hope you're doing well, oh my god, I keep saying One Skills of All. I think it's just because I'm used to saying One Skills of All. Hope you're having a good morning. I Love Taylor Swift 11. Hope you're having some delicious dim sum. I don't know. And yeah, welcome to the stream. Good to have you. Oh my god, we gotta follow. Oh, yeah, I want to follow this ambulance, bro. Wait. Pause. I want to follow the ambulance. Responding to a call at the forest residents. Let's follow this ambulance, bro. What's going on? What's getting fucked up? Why are all my citizens still sick? I definitely need another hospital, huh? Wee-oo. Transporting a patient for treatment. I see. I definitely need another hospital, bro. Well, no, people aren't that sick, bro. One hospital seems fine. And we don't even have enough money for another hospital. We do need another hospital, though. Pretty badly. $10,000, we're close, bro. Alright, once we can afford our next hospital, I will move over to openguessr, bro. And we'll plop that down. Yeah. That probably says Sunday morning dim sum is a vibe. I would like to try it. It truly is a vibe. I love dim sum. Dim sum's the goat. Do they not have dim sum in London? Dead Paradise? That's too bad if they don't, because I would hope that everyone gets to experience the beauty of dim sum, because it really is very beautiful. All right, what is this? This is the elementary school. This is the police station. Let's put it right here, bro. I don't know. You gotta give people. Oh yeah, why? Like here, it's inaccessible to all those houses. Here though, great healthcare access. That's interesting. All right, let's put it there. All right, everyone's happy. Let's go. Oh my god, everyone in our city is so happy. We are truly the best mayor of all time. Go us. We are God. Once it goes, I've never had dim sum. That's actually so sad, bro. You gotta have some dim sum, bro. It's delicious. Live Terror says, what's Intro's favorite dim sum? I like a Ha Cheng. I like a Chinging. I like a Shumai. I think Hagao's a little overrated. I like a No Mai Fan. I basically have the taste of an 8-year-old, because that's when I stopped learning Cantonese. So everything I like is like what I liked when I was 8 years old, and that's what I can pronounce. I like other shit too. Like I like the rice rolls of cilantro. I like the fried taro cakes. I like the dumplings with taro in them, but I don't know how to pronounce them, so I don't eat them as much, or I don't know how to say them in Chinese, so I don't eat them as much as maybe I would like to. We gotta build some more industrial zones here. So let's build it out, bro. Build out our industrial zone with some fucking ridiculous ass roadways that make absolutely no sense. You need more money to build this. That's too bad. All right, damn, I'm broke, bro. I spent all my money. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, Lobako. Lobako, that's the fried taro cake thingy. The persons have never been to a dim sum restaurant? They don't have dim sum in London, like I said. That's crazy, bro. You guys got crazy, like, chips and curry Chinese restaurants, but you don't have dim sum? I bet Londoners would go crazy for dim sum, bro. Everyone goes crazy for dim sum. Dim sum's delicious. Altair says, when I go to London, my friends and I always go to a place called Lido. Yeah, you gotta check it. You gotta take some Rex from I Love Taylor Swift, because dim sum's delicious. It's crazy to, come on, you gotta have some dim sum. Right, we would need way more industrial zones, but I have no money to buy. Oh, I have some money to buy roads. Let's do this. Boom. 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 While we're at it, we're gonna start building some crossroads here so that people... Oh, they need water too. Fuck, I forgot about that shit, bro. I forgot that houses need water, bro. Connect the water. No money. That's too bad. The verse is, I was about to say Hagao. I like Hagao, but I just think it's a little overrated. Like I like a hacheng better than a Hagao. Like the texture of a hacheng is just better to me than the dumpling texture of a Hagao. I Love Taylor Swift says Hot Cheng is the GOAT and fried taro cake is elite. That's right. What's everyone else's favorite dim sum? I'm just here to. I would love to talk about dim sum. In fact, we should go to the Wikipedia page for dim sum after this and just look at dim sum, and then I'll play some openguessr and then we'll call it a stream. Dylan's handle says you are the best mayor. Mom Donnie taking notes. Exactly, bro. Mom Donnie wishes he could manage a city of 2,796 people as beautifully as I'm handling it, bro. I'm building road tolls, bro. Oh my god. Mom Donnie wishes that he could fucking tax his citizens like crazy like this for absolutely no reason. I got a landfill right in the middle of all my citizens. Mom Donnie wishes he was that smart, bro. Once the law says, Mom Donnie's dumped sewage into his water sources, lol. And had a petroleum refinery right next to your house. That's right. Mom Donnie wishes he had these MLG moves. I'm not going to build a toad roll yet. All this noise is driving me crazy. Well, that's too bad, bro. You want to live in a city of jobs? Yeah, deal with some noise, bro. That's just how it be. Alright. Deb Harris says, we have restaurants that serve dim sum, but we don't have the restaurants with the people going around with the carts. Oh, that is sad. The restaurants with the carts are a very important part of the vibe, you know what I mean? Definitely need if you're not getting served dim sum by a slightly unfriendly old lady, you're missing out on some of the vibe for sure. Once it says, and windmills next to your bedroom. That's right. All these people. Well, these are next to industry, luckily for these guys. This guy, though, has got a windmill next to his bedroom. This guy's living in hell for sure. Taylor Swift says, Snowy Mountain Chasu Bao. I don't know what Snowy Mountain means. Does that mean like they put powdered sugar on it? Drunk Brian says, good night. I love your videos. Thank you, Drunk Brian. Thanks for hopping in stream and hopping in chat. Hearts for Drunk Brian. Snowy Mountain Chasu Bao. I gotta look that up after this shit, bro. Sakla says, yeah, the old school yum cha with carts are a dying tradition, I've heard. I mean, they're going strong in New York City, but New York City has a pretty robust Chinese population. So I can imagine in other places it's not as easy to... Oh my god, this guy died! Oh my god, someone died, bro. They're just rotting in their house, bro. What the fuck? That's fucked up, dude. Yeah, that's sad to hear. But in New York City, at least, we got yum cha for sure. Damn, we got some fucked up shit in this city. These people need water here. I will connect them to the water grid. It's already occupied for some reason. I just want to connect it though. Alright, maybe we just do this then. Boom. There's almost no more cart restaurants even in Hong Kong. What? Even in Hong Kong? With mad Cantonese people, there aren't cart restaurants? I mean, there aren't as many cart restaurants in New York City as I feel like there used to be. But there are definitely still cart restaurants. That's crazy. That person says, Yum Cha looks so fun, I really want to try it. It is so sad, right? What the hell? That person says, man, I need to go to Chinatown, New York City. Chinatown, New York City is goated. Once Goes All says, way better than the scammy Little Italy. It is sad that, like, Little Italy, it just doesn't have the aura it probably did in its heyday. Like, Little Italy is, like, I wouldn't really recommend you spend your time in Little Italy. There's way better Italian restaurants that are not in Little Italy. in New York City, you know what I mean? We need a cemetery, bro. We do need to put a cemetery somewhere. Let's put a cemetery right here. Why the fuck not, bro? This is an empty space right here, bro. Boom. Damn, look at all this, my citizens who are dying so fast, bro. That's crazy. Taylor Swift 11 says, I wonder if I'm a struggle in New York City Chinatown because I heard more and more of them speak Mandarin. And Bensonhurst is the last Cantonese stronghold in New York City. Mandarin is more popular in New York City than it used to be. Like, I feel like Cantonese used to be like so dominant among the New York City Asian population, but I feel like Cantonese is still, I mean, in my opinion, since I'm Cantonese speaking, I feel like Cantonese is still the main language of New York City's Chinatown. In Flushing, I feel like they mainly speak Mandarin, but I feel like the Manhattan Chinatown is still Cantonese. And yeah, Bensonhurst has a lot of good Chinese food, for sure. Bensonhurst, it's crazy that there's a second Chinatown in New York, in Brooklyn. I go to Bensonhurst all the time. The little Bensonhurst Chinatown is great. Got a lot of good food, and they speak Cantonese there. So I feel like it'll be chill. It'll be chill. I love Taylor Swift 11. Once Lavelle says, I heard the Little Italy in Bronx is way better, and I would have gone if it wasn't an hour away by subway. Yeah, the Bronx is just like, you know, no slander to the Bronx because I live in a part of Brooklyn that's like out of the way, and so I wouldn't expect people to like come to near where I live in Brooklyn. But like, yeah, the Bronx is like kind of out of the way. It's like hard to it's just hard to get there, and you know, hard to get there, and fucking whatchamacallit, fucking, can I speak English? Fucking spend any time there because it's so far away. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Let's build a random fucking street right here, bro. Something like this, bro. Something like this. Boom. Boom, boom. Little quaint little neighborhood here, bro. And maybe something like this, bro. Boom. We're just gonna try and jam as many houses in this area as possible. Actually, maybe we'll put some stores here so that they're not disturbed by the noise. But we'll make this residential. Nah, fuck it. We'll make all of this residential, bro. We don't seem to have any demand for stores, bro. Sockless says, what's Intro Mad's opinion on chopped cheese? When I had it for the first time at a random bodega in Long Island City, my mind was blown. My opinion is that I'm honestly not a huge chopped cheese fan. I've had it like, I think I've literally had it once in like the last 3 years. I think it's good. I feel like we're just stealing Philly's cheesesteak thing. Because a chopped cheese is just a cheesesteak, but they called it a chopped cheese and put it on a roll. That being said, you're making me really hungry because all I had for dinner was a Cliff Bar. I'm going to have dinner for real after stream. But damn, a chopped cheese would hit right now, bro. My favorite, like, New York City fucking street vibe, like, New York City's specific vibe food is, like, halal carts. It's, like, so bad for my stomach and my soul. It just fucks up my whole stomach, but I think it's so delicious. I gotta get some halal. And chopped cheeses are like relatively expensive, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I would just rather prefer to like get anything else that's a better deal. Altero Swift says, I ran into an NYC man I spoke to 2 years ago, and he told me that he broke up with his GF because they were going long distance, Queens and the Bronx. I mean, not gonna lie, that is like a 2-hour like commute either way. So I could see what he means. Because if you live like 2 hours away from someone in the Midwest, that's like 100 miles. You know what I mean? 2 hours in New York City is like fucking 10 miles, but it's fucking annoying as hell to move around. I could see it. I don't think it's in the cards for me to date someone who lives in the Bronx. Or at least if I were to date someone who lives in the Bronx, it'd be like, all right, it was nice that we had this time, but we need to figure out like a long-term situation because we can't be fucking doing this long-term. This is fucking crazy to fucking, you know, move around for fucking 2 hours just to see each other. Sokla says, OMG, I just made 2 pounds of halal cart style chicken meat yesterday. Yay, halal cart meals. I've never figured out how to make like halal cart style chicken. What's like the secret spice? Is it like, I don't know, Is it like turmeric? Is it cumin? I could actually probably just look this up super easily, but I guess I'm turning you into my personal Google Sockless. Sorry. Sorry about that. Organic foods is abandoned. What the fuck, bro? Why did they abandon organic foods? They don't like organic foods in my city? Dude, our city is growing, dude. Look at it, bro. What started out as just this tiny little bitch place, we got a few distinct neighborhoods now. Oh yeah, I gotta look at my bus, bro. Oh yeah, I have no bus. Can I turn existing lanes into bus lanes? 4-lane road with bus. I see. Oh, I see. I could build a bus lane. I've just been ignoring that, so people have no way to get around easily. I guess our next neighborhood we build will be more public transportation friendly. And I think that's also where we're going to call it for where we're at with our city. Let's look at some frickin' dim sum. Oh, I should have been saving my game the whole time. Not bad. Let's look at some dim sum, play some openguessr, and that'll be a stream, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me on stream. It was a great time. I feel a little bad that I'm ending it kind of right after I Love Taylor Swift 11 woke up, but I guess next week I'll figure out. I think I'll put a poll in the Discord actually and ask people what like their preferred stream time is and ask people to be as selfish as possible when answering that. Like even if like your preferred stream time is 3 a.m. my time, I would like to know that information just so that I can know whatever, what all my viewers would like, you know what I mean? So I'll probably put that in Discord in a little bit. What else is, there aren't any good connections between Long Island and Bronx. Yeah, if you want to go from Long Island to the Bronx, you have to go to Manhattan and then go to the Bronx, which is like, instead of going along the hypotenuse of the Pythagorean triangle, you're taking 2 legs, which is mad annoying. But I mean, there's not good transportation from any borough to any other borough besides all the boroughs to Manhattan. Like, even if you want to go from Brooklyn to Queens, you have to take the fucking subway into Manhattan and then to Queens, which is fucking annoying. But they are building a new train, a new subway that goes from, where does it go? It goes from fucking Brooklyn to Queens, but apparently I bet that shit's gonna take fucking forever to build, bro. I don't trust New York City to build that shit quickly. Dim sum. Wikipedia. When Soul says, I doubt MTA would invest in that anytime soon, though I'd like to see it. Yeah. Also, yeah, Bronx to Queens is not really a popular connection. Brooklyn to Queens is relatively popular. Look at all these delicious things, man. Ha Gao, delicious. Cha Jiao Feng Gao. Chu Jai Feng Gao. What the fuck? Oh, what was that snow mountain? Cha Siu Bao. Saklo says that's a crazy thing to say. It is a crazy thing to say, but that's New York City life, bro. New York City is a fucking wild place. Soft milk bread, sweet and savory. Oh, they got a cookie-like texture. Sorry, I'm all over the place right now. That's New York City life, though. People really do be fucking. Oh, I see. Oh, this is fucking good. I see. I've had this before. Yeah, I didn't know it was called Snow Mountain Cha Siu Bao. I thought it was just a Cha Siu Bao, but it is different than a normal Cha Siu Bao. Yeah, New York City is crazy, bro. New York City is a country of its own. They don't serve soup dump. They don't serve Shaolong Bao at dim sum. Come on, shark fin dumpling. That's fucked up, bro. One skill says cumin, coriander, turmeric. Those are all. Thank you, One Skills of All. That's good to know. I gotta add that to my list, bro. Oh, these are delicious, bro. These, bro. Oh my god. I love the fucking texture of this shit, bro. I'm getting once again, I'm getting hungry right now. I gotta fucking eat after this stream, bro. So says, I mean, fair, I probably wouldn't date a Shenzhener, and it's only 1 hour away. Yeah, it's annoying to to travel for love. But sometimes that's how it be, bro. Oh yeah, Chingin, let's fucking go. Oh, these are pretty good. These are good. I like these. Fupaigin. I know Fupaigin. I'm learning so much Cantonese, bro. Next time I fucking pull up at the fucking dim sum cart place, I'm gonna be dropping mad Cantonese, bro. Mad terrible Cantonese. I'll be like, yo, can I get a Fupaigin? They'll be like, what the fuck? You're butchering my language, you fucking Americanized Chinese bitch. I'll be like, sorry, I just want to eat some food. I don't know what this is, bro. I've never had this. Sakla says, I followed a Joshua Weissman recipe, but it had cumin, coriander seeds, turmeric, oregano, cayenne, smoked paprika. Joshua Weissman. I gotta write this down. On my notes, it's Fix Lag and Joshua Weissman. Halal. All right, good to know. Lemon juice, garlic, and black pepper. But since I'm Asian, I added a sprinkle of MSG as well. MSG is great. I got a bag of MSG in my pantry. It's great. Once ago, I saw a video of someone pronouncing some Chinese. Let me send them a Discord. Giggle a lot when I see it. Alterso says I can read these on stream. Good for you, Alteroswift 11. You're doing God's work. Xiaolong Bao is Shanghainese, so you won't find out at Kanto dim sum. Yeah, I've never seen Xiaolong Bao at dim sum, but New York dim sum is normally all Cantonese. I love Jialang. Jialang's delicious. Oh my god, I'm getting so hungry. Look at all of these. Sockless is holding my breath until I see Feng Jiao. Feng Jiao is pretty good. I like Feng Jiao. Like, some people love Feng Jiao. I'm okay with Feng Jiao. I think it's pretty good. Sockless says, I love the tofu skin rolls too. I know, right? These got good. They what do they fill them with? Various meats and sliced vegetables. I mean, that tells me nothing about it, bro, but it's delicious. I've never seen them fried, though. That's crazy. Sin Jokgyun. Fuju. Yumcha. Yeah, you gotta go Yumcha, bro. I can't believe I've been saying dim sum carts the whole time. It's called Yumcha, bro. Let me get educated. Yumcha at Hong Kong City Hall? They have a Yumcha at Hong Kong City Hall, bro? That is crazy. I'm getting so hungry. I love Yumcha. One skills also says Joshua is the Mr. Beast of cooking. I did not know that. That's good to know that Mr. Beast is everything's getting Mr. Beastified. Dead Paris says good note taking. That's right. I gotta memorize all this shit, bro. Pineapple bun. Once again, I'm okay with pineapple buns. I don't love pineapple buns. Obviously, char siu bao, iconic. This is the most unappetizing picture I've ever seen. If I go to a dim sum restaurant and eat this, I will take a better picture for Wikipedia. And then it'll say, person, introvert madness, own work. And it'll be a better picture than this. This actually looks like a fucking dick, bro. What is this shit? One girl says, also lives in the same city I do, and he went to a KFC I went to once. When I went to KFC, I was like, is that the one I went to? All this food talk is making me so hungry. Here we go. Lobaco. Oh, it's not even made from taro. It's made from white radish, dried shrimp, and mushroom, and Chinese sausage. This is turnip? I thought it was made of taro. I fucking love this shit, bro. Fuck. Terso says, I was going to say taro puff is also my fave. Taro puff. What is taro puff? Is it here? Taro puff? I don't see taro puff. Oh, I think it's this, right? This one. This one, right? The taro dump. This is so fucking good. I don't know how to order this. Wugok? Wugok. I gotta say, hey, can I get a wugok? This shit's delicious. Once of us says, I'm gonna go eat dinner, but I have an earbud in to listen to stream. LOL. That's okay. Once goes of all. Once again, I know everyone's busy. I don't expect everyone to watch the stream. I'm just streaming. Once again, if no one was on stream, I would love to stream still, because I mean that's literally what I started with when I started streaming fucking with Disco Elysium. Fuck Disco Elysium, you know. So everyone, I'm glad y'all are here, but, you know, I know everyone's busy. Steam, what is these meats, bro? Feng Jiao. Oh, not NSFW, that's crazy. Yeah, oh, this is from the Netherlands, bro. It's pretty good, Feng Jiao. Americans should not be so afraid of chicken feet. It's pretty good. Oh, this is good. This is good. Now bak Jeep. I don't think that's actually what it's pronounced. I don't think that's the right pronunciation or the right name. Now Pa Yeep. Oh, Now Pa Yeep. Yeah, Now Pa Yeep, bro. I do love Now Pa Yeep. Sokla said, I don't usually watch Joshua Weissman, but for this one I did. It's cool that you live in the same city as him. Enjoy your Enjoy your meal, Chad skills. He does have Chad skills. Deep fried squid. I've never seen deep fried squid at dim sum, but this looks delicious. Ilter Swift says Joshua is kind of annoying. I'm sorry. Everyone knows who this Joshua guy is except me. I do love Nomai guy. Nomai guy's amazing. Nomai Fan's amazing. Juk is good. Don Tot's amazing. Oh, Jin Dao. Jin Dao's amazing too. Sakla says, I agree 100%. That's why I don't usually watch Heat. I'm glad I don't know who Joshua Weissman is. I'm actually kind of like totally not tapped into the culture. Like I literally watch, the only YouTube channels I watch are Node and Northern Lion, and I only watch their videos from like 8 years ago. I'm like not tapped into YouTube culture at all. And honestly, I feel like my brain has more important things to install than like watching Joshua Weissman's crap. All right, that was great. Look at all the fucking shit we saw, bro. And obviously, you gotta have chrysanthemum tea. I don't know how to say this in Chinese. Guk fa cha. Oh yeah, guk fa cha. That's right. Obviously, you gotta have guk fa cha, bro. I'll Personal Love says, I think if I get to NY and Heavies, I would cry of homesickness. I love that y'all have it there. It is amazing. Let me not dox myself. I'm gonna pull my screen down, but I will show you some iconic New York City dim sum places. East, what is it called? Golden East, what the fuck is it called? There's one in Bensonhurst that's really amazing. And then there used to be like a really good one in Chinatown. I forget what it's called. I think it was called Jing. It wasn't Jingfong, was it? Oh, it was Jingfong. Jingfong used to be iconic, but then like they changed it, bro. Jingfong used to have like the dim sum carts, but then now they don't. I don't know what the fuck is up with that shit, bro. Anyway, let me find the Brooklyn one that's really good. And then we'll play some openguessr, and then that'll be a stream, y'all. Dim sum. It's not Fortune Palace, bro. It's East Harbor Seafood Palace, bro. East Harbor Seafood Palace, amazing. Obviously, is out of the way of the touristy places in Chinatown, or out of the touristy places of New York City, and not in New York City Chinatown. But it's like a classic. It's like a classic dim sum place, bro. They got all the fucking people walking around. Do they have videos? I think a video would show would be good to show the vibes. The Paris says, I love watching Meng Chi, LOL. I don't know who that is either. I'm uneducated. But look at this shit, bro. East Harbor's great. East Harbor's great. I don't know why they have these generic ass photos. Can I get some photos of the actual place, bro? They don't have, but take my word for it. It's great. Jingfong. Jingfong used to be like way bigger and better, I feel like. And look at them. They have 3.7 stars now. I think because people know it's not the traditional ass. They don't have like carts at Jingfong. It used to be like they used to have a different location too. Oh, I guess they have carts here. But yeah, Jingfong. They like switched locations and like became like a little Americanized. And now I think it kind of sucks. Sakla says, as a Korean in Korea, I don't watch Mangchi, but she's goated. I don't know who Mangchi is. Should I look it up? I'll judge Joshua Weissman and Mangchi based on their looks. Okay, you know how earlier I was saying, like, the apartment in Boston, there's some long hair sweaty dude living in that apartment with the Nicole Kidman picture? This is actually exactly the type of person I was trying to look up before when I was typing, like, you know, long hair, sweaty, slightly overweight, although he's not overweight. But, you know, this is exactly the type of person I was trying to look up before. And Mangchi. Cat says, I had my Poke. I'm back in time for openguessr Poke Bowl. I do love Poke. Oh, she looks like a very nice grandma. A Korean grandma. Well, she's not that old. Let me not insult her. She looks like a nice Korean mom. Good for her. I also love Poke Cat Sims. I did see the Discord discussion about that. I didn't know they sold Poke at fucking Safeway though. That's crazy. But yeah, Poke's amazing. Saklo says, you made me microwave my emergency stash frozen hagao for lunch. Let's go. I love hagao. I miss hagao. I wish I could have hagao right now, but it's 9:45 p.m. I don't think I could buy some hagao now. Dead Paradise says, Poke is another thing I've never had, but I would love to try. What do they have in London, Dead Paradise? Because I was under the assumption that London was like a very international city, you know what I mean? But you're saying you never even had Poke, you never had dim sum. I mean, not to judge. I mean, you've probably had like really good Indian food that I've never tried or something. So I guess I'm just, every culture is different. But that's interesting to me that, like, I would assume living in London. Well, also I guess you said you moved to the London. Oh, sorry, I'm not gonna dox you, but I would assume you would have tried more foods. But I mean, who am I to judge? Cassian said they're legit. They've got carts. That's right. The carts are very legit. I don't want to see you pulling the dim sum out from the back. I want to see the dim sum go into a cart and then go to me. Periscope says, seeing non-Chinese at Yumcha is unusual, lol. My white class teacher took our racially diverse class to Yumcha once, and everyone was like, hi guai lo. I see. I thought you were saying ha gao, but it's hi guai lo. That's funny. It is interesting seeing non-Chinese people at dim sum, mainly because I feel like the employees of dim sum places are very hostile to non-Chinese people. Honestly, the employees at dim sum places are extremely racist if you're not Chinese. I'm not sure if it's in a good or bad way. I think it's probably in a negative way, but it is like interesting to see white people at dim sum. I think white people, I mean all races who are not going to dim sum because dim sum is mainly an Asian thing, y'all are missing out, bro. Y'all are missing out. Y'all love, you know, for every white person who's obsessed with ramen, I'm like, bro, your mind would be fucking blown by dim sum. And dim sum is way cheaper than ramen, dude. Than all the fucking bougie ramen places that are open up in every fucking gentrified white neighborhood. It's crazy. Everyone's insulting Joshua. Wait, was it Joshua Weissman or Joshua Slainer? Who's Joshua Slainer, bro? We were looking up Weissman, right? Someone. Yeah, Joshua Weissman. This guy's the Mr. Beast of cooking. I guess he's got a kind of Mr. Beast face. I could see him going like. He got a lot of clicks, I bet. Everyone's laughing at my insult of him. Where could we be, bro? We're somewhere in Europe because this is 70. I can also cheat and see the name of the road, so I don't know. Oh wait, let's look at this, bro. Moncla. I don't know what this is, bro. Dead Paradise. Oh. Yeah, Dead Paradise says, I've never seen any poke anywhere in London. I think British don't like the idea of eating raw fish. That, I could see that. I guess they're more of a fish and chips place. But poke has swept America, bro. You can't go to any gentrified city in America and there's not fucking 5 poke places. Sakla says, Korea has a weak Cantonese food scene, so whenever I travel to SEA, which I think is Seattle, I make sure to get some Cantonese diaspora food along with local food. I mean, I'm probably biased because I'm Cantonese and I grew up eating Cantonese food, so it probably like tastes it's like hardwired into my brain from my childhood that like Cantonese food is good, probably. I think Cantonese food is delicious. You know, the Cantonese people know how to fucking cook for sure. Captain for us says, I had a poke bowl, which is like an Americanized version of the traditional Hawaiian food, and it was salmon. My favorite is Hawaiian ahi poke on pita chip. That's best. The spicier, the better. I've been like being a little bitch and not eating spicy poke, but you know, you're inspiring me. Maybe I should have some spicy poke. And also, I didn't realize that poke bowls were Americanized versions. I thought poke bowls were like poke, but I guess it's true. Hawaiians just eat the raw fish, right? In America, we got poke bowls, and then they give like fucking tiny amounts of poke on the poke bowl, and it's like 90% rice. It's crazy. Hasn't for us, I've had good sushi in London, but not poke yet. Look at y'all, world travelers. I'm not as cool as you guys. I've never been to London. Ciudad Universitaria. City University. What language is this, though? Is it Italian? It could be Italy. Let's keep looking, y'all. I've heard of Levin says Hong Kong has Korean food everywhere, lol. But probably bad poke. Sad. Oh, where's everyone going? Everyone's going here. Look at all this traffic, dude. Look at this crazy traffic jam, bro. Oh my god. Let's see where everyone's coming from, bro. I bet there's some clues here. Oh, they're coming from the Universidad, I see. I bet this Universidad has some information about where we are. That's too bad that, you guys don't have good poke. I love poke. Korean food really is getting popular, huh? Korean food and Japanese food are very popular. I want the day Cantonese food reaches the hype levels that Japanese and Korean food have, I'll be proud of my culture. Camiones y autobuses en todos las viales. It might be Spanish. We might be in Spain. That seems Spanish to me, bro. Sakla says double fried beer batter poke with malt vinegar might change Londoners' minds. Maybe, lol. Yeah. Dude, it's just fish and chips, but with tuna. That actually sounds disgusting. Fish and chips with tuna. Somehow you'd have to keep it raw on the inside, but still get it fried on the outside. Cassian says, I've had poke in Amsterdam, though. It was hella good, actually. Interesting. Everyone's, yeah, poke. Look at that. Poke is universal. Everyone loves poke. Oh, Altroso says SEA Southeast Asia. That makes way more sense for a Korean to be going to Southeast Asia than Seattle. Look at me, showing my ignorance. Altroso says Kanto people are famous for having zero spice tolerance. That's actually interesting now that you say that, because I realized that, yeah, their Cantonese food is not spicy at all. Like, there's literally no spice in dim sum. They might give you like a little bowl of spicy sauce, but there's literally no spice in Cantonese dishes, which I actually never thought about until right now. But I love spicy food. I wish I could have Sichuan food more often, but I don't really know any good Sichuan places, and I don't know what I would order. Though I love Xi'an's famous foods in New York City. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing spicy noodles. Castings for us is Spanish. It does seem like Spanish, right? These people look like they could be Spanish. Max Decor, Espacio y Decoración, Todo para el Profesional del Pintor. I guess it might not necessarily be Spain, but I feel like I'm getting some Spain vibes, but I don't know. Casting for us says, I would literally eat nothing else if I could other than spicy ahi poke. Yeah, I bet that would make that, like, raw fish, that seems hella nutritious. You know, tuna is the chicken of the sea, and isn't chicken super nutritious? That part says, my spice tolerance is very high. I've been eating spicy Indonesian food since I was a child. Good for you, man. People, like, as a kid, I was not a spicy person at all, and then sometime around, like, high school, I actually started loving spicy food, and I've increased my spice tolerance since then, so I love spicy food. Guesses for us is, I think it's Spain, maybe. I'm also getting the Spanish. I guess all the countries speak Spanish. I'm also getting a Spain-ish vibe, but I guess it could be anywhere else, right? Maybe I'm just being biased. Socklet says, as a rapidly aging person, I relinquish spicy food from my life after 28 years. Damn. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Socklet. Like, I don't get as much spicy food as I used to. Like, I don't eat as much spicy poke. I just get normal poke that's not spicy. I guess because my body's a little bitch. Look at that, the Spanish flag, y'all. All right, we're in Spain. Where in Spain? I don't know, bro. Maybe Murcia? I thought that's America. I was like, there's a place in Spain named Murcia. Where's Madrid, bro? Maybe in Madrid. Oh, we were in Madrid. Dude, I'm so smart. I'm so smart, bro. Oh, and the music is kicking in. We'll do one more, and then I'll call the stream, bro. Thank you all so much for joining me. I had a great time. I think I will hop in the Discord voice chat for a second after stream. So if y'all want to hop in there, feel free. Also, if you don't want to, feel free as well. There's no pressure, bro. I just said I would earlier in the week, so I'm keeping my word, but no pressure. Once again, I know y'all are busy. Oh my god. Fucking random road in the middle of nowhere. Perfect, bro. Catsin's Forum Pod says it's definitely Spain. There was an ES website. I didn't even see that. But thanks for good for your vision, bro. Edema. I was gonna say I would feel discouraged by the fact this is a random dirt road, but there's actually some clues we could get. There's some towns here. There's a truck here that's got a language on it. We could try to figure this out. Dead Parrot says I also think eating spicy food makes your body release a small amount of endorphins. That's right. Or I didn't even know that. Sorry, I said that's right. I'm pretending that I knew what you said. Yeah, I did not know that, but it does make sense. I like spicy food because, like, when you eat spicy food, you have to drink a lot of water, and then it makes you feel full from eating spicy food. That's probably a stupid-ass reason to like spicy food, but that's how I feel. Dead Power says the music. That's right, the music. Right as we found out it was Spain. Here we go. Scally 869 76362 Tlumakov. I don't know what any of that means. Prodej Autodilu. Brazdeal SRO. I feel like maybe this is a Slavic country in the Balkans, bro. I was gonna say, like, it says Brazdeal. So could we be in Brazil? But there's snow here, bro. I don't think it snows in Brazil. Let's keep going. Where could we be, y'all? My guess right now would be like we're somewhere, I don't know. Maybe Bulgaria, since they just won Eurovision. I listened to 2 songs from Eurovision. The winner of Eurovision, Bangaranga, is an okay song. I guess Europeans have different standards for what a good Eurovision song than I do for what a good song is. I also listened to Per Siempre Si, the Italian entry for Eurovision. That song was a banger, bro. That song was a banger. Alright, look at this Baltic town, bro. Maybe we get to those houses and get some information. Dead Paradise says, you know Eurovision? OMG. I'm not a big... I know of Eurovision. I saw Bangaranga. I saw Per Siempre Si. I didn't listen to any other Eurovision songs. There's I love Sweden song. I gotta check them out. Isn't Sweden's got a good legacy, right? Because isn't ABBA Swedish? Sweden, they're walking in the footsteps of giants with Sweden. Sockless is my favorite musician. Is Maneskin, the winner of Eurovision a couple years back. Maneskin. I feel like if I look that up on Google, I'll get some NSFW results. But that's good for you, man. Sockless says I need to educate myself on Eurovision more. I like that, like, it like takes like a sports like a sports mindset to something like music. It just seems like a nice, like, because sometimes people treat sports like so serious when it's like not that serious, and then Eurovision like just breaks that wall. It's like, yeah, it's just silly songs, bro, that we like compete with. It's not that serious, just like sports. Traktoru. We could be in Russia, possibly. I could see that. Although, wouldn't there be Russian characters, not Romanization of Russian? So actually, I think Bulgaria also uses Russian. So we're probably not here. Maybe we're like in Serbia, bro. Bro, is Serbia this cold? We're like in a cold country. Maybe we could be in Poland, bro. I could see that. Or Latvia. I could see we could be in Poland or Latvia or one of these places, bro. Dead Bear says, I never heard an American talk about Eurovision. I love how larger than life Eurovision is. Yeah. Yeah, Eurovision, obviously Eurovision is not very popular in America, but I think it's fun. You know, it's just like a fun meme. It's like, you know, like people take the World Cup so seriously, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, all the countries have to fight each other and fucking we have to riot if our country loses in the World Cup and all this crap. And it's like a national embarrassment if our country, you know, loses in the World Cup. With Eurovision, it's like, you know what? We're just fucking having fun, y'all. We're just fucking having fun. Zastavka. That definitely sounds like it could be Polish or something. Or not Polish. Maybe like Latvian, Lithuanian. I Love Tears of Love says, I heard Ramstein over a figure skating edit recently, and I might get into Ramstein. Who knew German could sound badass? Ramstein. I don't know who that is, but it sounds pretty cool. Look at this interesting building. Figure skating, huh? Shout out Alyssa Liu, like I said on a previous stream. She's baller. I'm not into figure skating, but she's the pride of America. Deborah says, I love Ramstein. Once again, I don't know who that is, but fucking add to the list. Fucking drop it in the recommendations in the Discord, and I will check them out for sure. Shushish and Mutter are also awesome albums. I have no idea what that means. After says, look into his angel eyes. Burr, burr, burr. Burr, burr, burr. Look into his angel eyes. Alright, I think this is Latvia. I'm ready to lock it in, bro. Or no, Lithuania. I'm ready to lock it in as Lithuania, bro. It was Czechia, bro. I didn't even know this was a country. Czechia. Is this not the Czech Republic? Maybe they call it Czechia. That's crazy. One Skills of All says, hi guys, I'm back. We were just in time, One Skills of All, for me to end the stream. But that's the end of the stream, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I'll just hang on for a second here to read any final messages that trickle in and then I'll end the stream. Like I said, I'll hop in the Discord voice chat for a second if anyone wants to join me there. But once again, please don't feel like you have to if you don't want to for any reason. If you gotta live your life, if you gotta go to sleep, if you gotta do whatever the fuck you gotta do, I'm fine just hanging out in Discord voice chat by myself as well. Anyway, what's else is Alyssa Liu is so pretty. I definitely got a crush on her. I hope you can do it. One Skills of All, you can do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Altera Swift says that she has that Asian thing going for her. Yeah, sorry, that made me think about it. She got like her dad like had her. They had like a thing where it's like her mom like donated her egg or something, right? Like her dad is like her only parent or something. Sorry, I don't know. Sometimes my brain just this like yap the thing. The evil part of my brain is like yap introverted madness. Don't care about how weird it is, just yap. Dead Paris says, yeah, it's also called the Czech Republic. Interesting. See, I didn't know that. We were close though. We were, you know, at first I thought it was Bulgaria. We got a little closer, I think, in vibe, you know. I realized it was not a Slavic country. It was like one of these fuckers up here. Tears of 11 says, I see her as a baby though, lol. I've been a fan of her since she was a junior skater. It must be so satisfying for you to see her like win, because like she really had like, you know, she went through all the ups and downs of figure skating. Tears of 11 says, my friends make fun of me for liking Nathan Chen because I fear he's my type. Shout out Nathan Chen. He is like every dude. I bet Nathan Chen is like exactly the type of Asian. Is he Chinese? I think he is. Nathan Chen is like exactly the type of person every Chinese mom wants their daughter to marry. I bet he went to a good college too. Let's see. Nathan Chen. He went to Yale, bro. Oh my, and he went to Harvard, bro. He really is like every Chinese mom's dream, bro. Only thing, and you know, this isn't, I'm not knocking short kings. Only thing is he's 5'6". It's a little, you know, that might not be what the dream son-in-law for Asian moms. But Yale and Harvard, bro. Oh my god. And he's what medals does he have, bro? He got 2. He's got 2 fucking gold medals, bro. I think 2 gold medals. I think each gold medal should be worth at least fucking 3 inches, bro. So you are 6 feet exactly with the two gold medals. We'll give you an extra inch for the bronze. He's 6'1" with a degree from Yale and Harvard, bro. Are you joking me? He's crazy. He's so goated. All right, are we back? Let me know if we're back. I think we're back. Alturso says, I know, right? He's handsome, a gold medalist, and a doctor. Like, why not? He's a doctor, too? Are you joking, bro? This guy's goated. Alturso says, my friend saw him at Yale, but she heard the gaggle of girls around before she saw him. That's so funny. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, dude. This guy's living the dream. Winslow says, that's crazy. He's overpowered. So true. Winslow says, Johnny Kim MO is the most overpowered human being. Johnny Kim. All right, we'll Google him, and then I'll actually end the stream. Thing is, he's 42. I bet he was handsome as hell at 27. But he's not in ideal idle age anymore. He's a doctor, Navy pilot, and Navy SEAL, bro. And he went to Harvard. He didn't go to Yale though. He went to USD. Now, not knocking USD, but in the eyes of Asian mothers, USD is no Yale. Essence 4 says, damn, bro, yeah, he is cute. Tyler says, right, I have a big fat crush. Crying face. Shout out Nathan Chen, man. I'm gonna try to matchmake everyone, all right? My goal, I'm gonna try to get, as always, I've been working on getting to 1 million subscribers. Of course, YouTube, it's got its ups and downs. But one day, the dream is to get Mr. Beast or fucking, what's his name, Joshua Weissman level famous on YouTube. And when that happens, I will set up One Skills of All with Alyssa Liu. I will set up I Love Taylor Swift 11 with Nathan Chen. And then, fuck it, maybe I might set up One Skills of All with fucking Johnny Kim too. Anyway, that's the stream, y'all. I had a great time chatting with y'all and hanging out on stream. I hope y'all have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rest of your Saturdays or Sundays based on your time zone. And yeah, that's it. Taylor Swift 11 says, isn't Intromed technically good in-law candidate himself, being a Stanford graduate? I think my mother wouldn't stop talking about it if she knew you. It's very possible. I mean, that's only 1 degree though. I think definitely for Asian mothers, Stanford is a little below Harvard and Yale, because Harvard and Yale are like very classic. That's where I want to send my Asian child to. And I don't have any gold medals. If I got a 6-figure tech job, I think honestly, to Asian moms, a 6-figure tech job is almost like maybe like half a gold medal. It might even be worth 1 gold medal in their eyes. but who knows? Sakla says the Asian mother-in-law female case is crazy. It is crazy, bro. I mean, let it all motivate us to succeed in life and be as successful as possible, so that we may please all the Asian mother-in-laws out there. All right. Once again, that's the stream, everyone. Thank. All right, we're back. I think we're back. Are we back? I think we're back, right? I'm not gonna end the stream when it's fucking lagging, bro. Someone let me know if they're back. Oh yeah, we're back. Okay. So once you lost, stay safe. Yeah. We're back. All right. Once you lost is my old mom trying to get me to chase bag like Ling Long. Do it, bro. Do it. All right. That's the end of the stream. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your days. Stay safe. Stay sane. I'll catch you next time. Peace.